virtual wedding show where we're looking at the Yorkshire area. And so if you've got friends or family or anybody you know at all getting married, then please ask to get them tagged and get them to tune into this. It is the closest thing you can get to a wedding fair at the moment. Today we've got 10 suppliers lined up for you. They're coming to you live through Facebook, which means you can ask them questions in the comment section and they will answer either live in the video or shortly afterwards. The last couple of weeks we have had a couple of copyright strikes through Facebook, so if we do get cut off and we do lose the feed, please bear with us. We'll be right back in the main Wedding Fayre Yorkshire page within a minute or two. So if that does happen, then please stay where you are. Today's show kicks off with Alesia, an amazing violinist, so please show lots and lots of support and get in the comment section and say a big hello. Guys, I'll leave you with Alesia. We'll check in with you about halfway through the show. Cheers.
Hello everyone, my name is Alesia and I'm your best entertainer. I'm your best violinist. Happy to say that I'm best violinist in North England according North of England Wedding Awards. I'm very proud and very happy. So I play electric violin. As you see, it looks like bottle of vodka, but don't tell nobody. Yeah, I'm joking. Yeah, it is my soul actually. And I play also acoustic violin, which I will show you next Sunday. So don't forget to subscribe for us and enjoy the next events. And today, the last day of January, I wish to play some upbeat music for you. There will be some old-fashioned music maybe and very, very new music. So I invite you just listen, have a good time, enjoy. Obviously, I will play just very short parts of each song because of the copyrights on the Facebook. Unfortunately, I can't play more. I'm so worried about the copyright. So this is the song by lovely singer, Canadian singer Selena Gomez, Love You Like a Love Song. I prefer to call this song just Love Song. Okay, the next one, which is now extremely popular song between very, very young people. Unfortunately, I'm not that young, but I still try to be on the wave with young generation, and I listen to popular music and trying to create new covers for my repertoire. So enjoy. Named TikTok, and if you know the song, the sings young lady. So the violin is the best musical instrument to imitate women voice. Okay, and one more upbeat song which I wish to play for you today. It's roughly 5 years old song. That's actually the cover for the song by Nadia Mladayo, French singer. and it was very popular all over the world. I mean, the cover. Before the cover, the song was not so popular, but the cover made this song extremely popular again. So it made it alive. So as you see, violin is not boring musical instrument. Violin is not that musical instrument which you play only sad and slow music. No, with violin you can have very, very hot night entertainment. It can be very, expressing, very interesting, inviting you to dance, and all your guests will definitely remember your wedding with the violinist, with electric violinist, with LED show. Of course, this repertoire which I play today is more suitable for night entertainment, but as I told before, I play acoustic violin, and with electric violin, of course, I can play any kind of music, from classical to pop music, Asian music as well, Bollywood music, so any kind of repertoire. About my technique specific, I have all sound system which is suitable to cover halls up to 1,000 guests. So you can imagine I'm fully fully packed for your entertainment. If you order me as your musician, you don't need to take worry about nothing. The sound system, the light system, the song, your favorite song covers, everything will be done for you. Okay, so thank you for today. Enjoy next Sunday. I will play for you by acoustic violin. Enjoy the rest of the show and see you next day. Bye.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Lisa, and I'm the owner of Cristello Couture by Lisa Marie, Lisa being me, obviously. We're based in Penistone, so right slap bang in the middle of the whole of Yorkshire, so great from a logistical point of view. Nowhere's really any more than an hour away from us, so it's just kind of in between Barnsley and Sheffield, so this show is one where we cover all bases, basically. So I'm here today to tell you a little bit more about Cristello, really what we're all about from a bridal experience. And as you can see behind me here, we do much more than just look after the bride. But the core of what we do at Cristello is based on our experience. Now, I tend to talk a lot, those that have seen the lives before. So please do pop any comments in the chat, and I will try and answer any questions as we go along. I'm used to kind of the questions that we get, so I'll try and cover as much as I can, but the more that it's interactive, the better for me. So that's great. So when we talk about Cristello Couture, as I said, we're based about the experience that you receive when you come into the boutique. And I like to share really the reasons why I actually opened the boutique, because it was based on a lot of my experience as a bride when I was looking for my dream dress, which we know is the absolute core of any wedding day. Is, you want to look amazing, you're not sure kind of what style you want, you're not sure what style is going to suit your shape, budget, the wedding day is expensive as it is, so all of those things matter, and it can be extremely overwhelming. And to be quite honest, I didn't have the best experience. And that's why when I opened the boutique, I wanted to make sure that the experience you receive here at Cristello is one you'll never forget, one that is easy, relaxed, and has some little USPs that you don't get at some other boutiques. So that's kind of where we've come from. I planned my own wedding from start to finish. We had a 3-day wedding, which I know is a little bit excessive, but that's how I am. Out in Tuscany in Italy, which in itself was just amazing, obviously. But I literally did that whole thing from start to finish. And the only piece that kind of let it down was that I wasn't 100% about my gown. So when we decided to open Cristello, that was the main thing for me. I want everybody to be absolutely happy with the experience they have and the dress they walk out with. So just seeing some questions here. Hey Alana, do we stock Mark Leslie? No, we don't, unfortunately, Becky, but we do have designers that are quite similar to the Mark Leslie gowns. So let me tell you a little bit about the designers that we have here at Cristello. So as you can see, this fabulous dress behind me, colour is still massively on trend, by the way, is a blush gown from Rachel Allen. And obviously there's quite a lot of detail, lots of sparkle in this gown. So if you're looking for a statement gown, a princess ball gown, something that's really going to have that dramatic effect with lots of detail and lots of sparkle, Rachel Allen is an American designer, and the collection that this gown features in is called L'Odoro, and that is the designer for you if you want that kind of statement gown. We also stock Air Barcelona, which is a Spanish designer. Absolutely stunning gowns. It's my favourite designer by far within the boutique because of how versatile the gowns are. They suit any shape or size and are so comfortable to wear, and the quality just gives that elegance and classic look that, you know, we all want to have when we're walking down the aisle. So very Spanish, very based on crepe, which is very fluid and gives a nice shape as you move, and that's why it's so comfortable. And lots of dramatic trains in that range. And we have lots of different collections within the Air Barcelona range available in the boutique to try. The other designer we stock is Wendy Makin, and she's an Australian designer. Very simplistic, very elegant, very classic gowns. In fact, although she's Australian, her gowns are very kind of British, not conservative, but just very classic in their looks, very sheer, tulle with a kind of fairy tale romance. And if that's the type of gown you're looking for, then Wendy Makin is perfect for you. And we also have a small capsule collection that's exclusive to Cristello Couture from a brand in Singapore called Georgia Couture. Brilliant for destination weddings. It's not one core kind of style. There's lots of different styles in the collection. We only have 6 gowns in store, and they're completely exclusive to Cristello. So some are actually, you know, quite sexy, sparkling. Others are more classic, long-sleeved, but definitely ones you will not find elsewhere. So that's kind of the gowns. I get asked a lot about price ranges and size ranges. So just to kind of give you an idea, the dresses in store can be ordered up to a size 30. So obviously from a size 6 up. So that, you know, it's completely inclusive at Cristello when you come for your appointment. We do also stock some larger sizes as well. So we stock up to a size 24 in some gowns. So it's absolutely open for every shape and size. And I know that sometimes people worry about that. Please don't worry about that. You would be absolutely amazed at the visuals we can get from a smaller size on a larger size and vice versa. So please don't let that put you off making any appointments with any boutique really, but just to assure that we cover that obviously off at Cristello. Now you can see from behind me we do a lot more than just the bride, but we are based on the experience, as I say, for everything. So we're actually going to be, it's quite exciting actually, we are working whilst we are closed, obviously in the situation right now, on a rebranding and a relaunch, a new signage, lots of things going on. We've been planning our 2021 business strategy over the last week or so, and obviously that will continue, and there's lots of new and exciting things happening at Cristello. So please follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Obviously we'll be sharing all of the new things that are happening on our pages and feeds, so we'd love it if you would follow us as well. Oh, so I just got a question here. Do you do menswear? Yes. So you can't actually see it behind me, but ta-da! So I'll get onto menswear in a moment. But yes, we do more than just the bride. So as you can see here, we do mother of the bride, so all occasion wear as well, including prom. So we tie a lot of our appointments in with the bride with your mum, obviously, so we can do back-to-back appointments, and we can help her get the outfit of her choice, obviously for your wedding day. Obviously also mother of the groom, that works in that way as well. We do prom wear as well, so fingers crossed this year the guys will get a prom. I mean, it's been absolutely devastating for them, but we will hope that in 2021 that prom will be back on. So that's something else, and obviously for the races or an evening event, we've got everything you need. With regards to bridesmaids, you can see here we've got 3 bridesmaids in our blush option. We stock a bridesmaid range called Lanico, and they basically they're so flexible, it's extremely versatile. As you can see here, we've got an adult, a junior and a flower girl here, and obviously the flower girl has the tulle kind of skirt, but as you've noticed, I don't know if you have noticed actually, but this is a tulle in the same colour as the bodice, which is quite unusual. So you can do an ivory tulle skirt, you can do the same colour, you can have whatever colour you want, you can have different styles, because as we know, your bridesmaids party is probably not all going to be the same size and shape, so different styles suit different body shapes, and this range allows you to mix and match. You can change colours, you can have the same style in different colours. It's absolutely amazing what you can get for your bridesmaids. So we obviously do bridesmaids appointments as well. Just seen another question. We're situated, Chelsea, in a small village called Penistone, just in between Barnsley and Sheffield, just off the M1, junction 37, just a 5-minute drive into the centre of Penistone. Hope that helps. And I was just asked about menswear. So yes, we do menswear hire, as you can see behind me here. Obviously, we've tied this suit in with the range that we're obviously displaying. So this is a Michael Kors suit. So we stock Michael Kors for hire in a navy and black, and we also do dinner jackets, so evening suits in a Michael Kors range as well. The hire package includes jacket, trousers, shirt, cravat or waistcoat, cufflinks, absolutely everything within the package. We also do top hat and tails. We do Highland wear as well. Obviously, there's different prices based on what you go for. But just to give you an example, this package for the Michael Kors would be 167 for the full suit, and that includes insurance as well. One of the other unique things we do at Cristello is we actually don't hire shoes. We have our own range of men's shoes that you can buy, because it's like anything. When you go bowling, you don't want to put your feet into somebody else's shoes. It's the same on your wedding day. They don't want to hire shoes that somebody else has worn before. But this way, they're priced very reasonably at £40 a pair. Everybody can be matching, and obviously there's a pair of shoes to use after the wedding day for any of your events or anything like that. So that's the kind of menswear. Yes, absolutely, we can match ties to bridesmaids. We have an array of colours in store, but there's lots more colours online. We can pretty much match anything up, so that will all tie in, don't worry. So I've covered off everything apart from the accessories table here. So we also have a sister company called crystalbridalaccessories.co.uk, and that means that we have a really wide portfolio of accessories in the boutique as well. We have everything from hair vines, hair crowns, bridal crowns, shoes, bridal shoes, veils, shrugs, bridal belts, Absolutely everything you could imagine available in store. And actually what is also unique for Cristello is that even if you purchased your gown somewhere else, because we have such an extensive portfolio of accessory products in the boutique, we also do accessory appointments. So you can bring your gown in from wherever you bought it from, and we'll basically accessorize you up: shoes, veils, hairpiece, everything else. Because it's really difficult when you're buying things separately to know that you've got the look and it's all going to work together. So we love helping with that as well. What sizes do you do for menswear suits? It depends what you're asking for. So obviously chest goes up to a 52, I believe. So that's jacket. Actually, it might even be a 54. And waists are up to a 40, 42. So we cater for everything. Every size, and you're totally covered, so don't worry about that, James. Obviously, you just book all your appointments as you would do for a bridal appointment. So you can go online to cristellocouture.co.uk and book your appointment online. We send you a short interview to complete after you've booked your appointment, just to get an idea for your consultation, so that we've kind of pulled some gowns in advance and that sort of thing. Obviously, appointments are a little bit different at the moment, and we're still not 100% clear when we're going to be able to reopen. We are hoping, obviously, sometime in March. So we're taking appointments in March at the moment, but obviously, please be aware we might need to move them accordingly. And obviously, the appointments are all being run with government guidance in mind. So at the moment, if it stays as it is, we obviously ask everyone to wear a mask. We have hand sanitizer as you come into the boutique. We ask you to track and trace. We do limit the amount of guests. So at the moment, we are allowing 2 guests plus the bride. And ideally, they need to be obviously from the same household or support bubble. And no children, unfortunately, just because obviously they run around and touch things. Everything is cleaned in between appointments, so completely disinfected and sanitized. And we have a special disinfectant for the gowns that are tried as well. So it's a fabric disinfectant. So all the gowns are disinfected in between trying and appointments. So we make it absolutely as safe as possible. And the boutique is based on the 2nd floor of a very large building. So social distancing is not a problem as well. I've just got a couple more questions there. What's your price range for bridesmaid dresses? So the adults start from 185 and go up to 205, depending on what design and what the detail is. Juniors are around 150, and flower girls are between 125 and 135. We do some discounts if it's a large party. So there are things that we can work with. You know, if you've got 10 bridesmaids or something like that, then we're happy to accommodate that. Hope that helps, Natalie. So that's kind of the core offering, if you like, for Cristello. A couple of things that are unique to us that I just want to share with you, and one event. So the event, we are holding blooming heck, get your teeth in, Lisa, an Air Barcelona trunk show the weekend of the 26th of March, fingers crossed that we're open, to the 28th, so that's Friday to Sunday inclusive. What that means is at a trunk show, we bring lots more gowns from the Air Barcelona collection into the store that we don't currently hold. So about 20 to 25 extra gowns. And that means that the choice that you have with your appointment is obviously widened massively. And as I said, Air Barcelona are the most amazing gowns. Obviously, take a look on their Insta and their websites beforehand if that's something that you want to obviously investigate further, just to get the feel. But their gowns are amazing. So if you want to make an appointment, just do that in the same way. Go online and make your appointment for that weekend. All the available appointments are still there, so you can just do that. And we would love to have you. So the other unique thing is, you might be wondering actually, why has she got a drink sat on a table in front of all her accessories? Well, there is a reason for that. So one thing that's different for Cristello is we have our very own gin bar. So this is actually gin, and I will drink it during this session at some point, probably at the end. It is 12 o'clock, so it's fine. And it's a Sunday, so all good on that score. Downstairs is is a gym bar that's called the Cristello Lounge. My husband runs the gym bar and I run the boutique. And we do special kind of luxury appointments that involve a gin taste at the Cristello. So obviously we need the bar to be open, which would be very helpful. So we're obviously waiting for the go ahead to get open again to allow this to happen. But we basically reserve our 3 o'clock appointment every Saturday for a luxury appointment with the bridal party for a gin taste. Now, what that means is you come and have your appointment upstairs with us. We hopefully find you the dress of your dreams, and you go downstairs after to celebrate, basically, and you can stay as long as you like. There is a small charge for the gin taste, but basically our baristas will come and tell you which gins and which mixers and which garnish you should have and why they complement each other. So it's more than just a drink. And then you and your bridal party can celebrate, stay in the bar. We have live music every other weekend when we can. And when things get back to normal, we would love to have you if you want to join us for that kind of experience. Just got one question from Becky. If we like a dress from the trunk show but don't want to buy until September, what do we do? Excuse me. That's not a problem, Becky. We can work that out. We would need usually a 50% deposit to secure the dress, but I'm sure there's options that we can work with on that for you, don't worry. We'd just love to have you in the boutique. I'm just checking I've got no more questions. No, I think we are done. So it just leaves me to say, please follow us on Facebook and Instagram. There's going to be lots more exciting news as to what's happening at Cristello. We've got a new member of the team arriving, but you'll see all that on Facebook as well. So we're expanding, we're rebranding. It's all very exciting. And we would love to have you here at the boutique to join us. And cheers. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Hello everyone, hope you are all having a good day so far. I'm Charlotte and I run Charlotte Elizabeth Photography, and I just want to talk to you a little bit today about what it is that I do. So I've been photographing weddings since 2014. That was my first solo wedding, and I have what is known as a natural documentary style photography. The best way to show you that is by showing you one of my wedding albums. So I think today we are going to go with a real wedding. So this is one couple, start to finish. Let me just sort myself out of the front of the camera for you. And this gives you a real idea of what we can get from a full wedding day. My head looks different colour again. Honestly, Alana, it needs dyeing so badly that I'm kind of cropping off the top of my head because then I can show you the full album, but also you can't see my greys. So there you go. Right, let's carry on. If you've got any questions as we go along, do put them in the comments and I will get back to you. And if you are watching this later on, you can get in touch with me either at my website, which is charlotteelizabethphotography.com, or you can email me on charlotte@charlotte-elizabeth.com. So let me smooth you up again a little bit. On a normal full wedding day, I will start with you at the preparation. So we get all your bridal prep, we get all the little moments that happen while you're getting ready with your girls. If we do want the men getting ready as well, that's not a problem, let me know. We can either work it out with a second photographer or we can do it so that I can capture both. So with the natural style, I always make sure that I capture all the little bits and pieces, so your flowers when they arrive, but we also get things like mum smelling the flowers. This bouquet was full of eucalyptus, which if you've never smelled it, you should. It's amazing. It's honestly one of my favourite bouquet smells. Is that a weird thing to have, favourite bouquet smell? Maybe not, maybe not. And we've got a full page here dedicated just to the dress. This was handmade in Barnsley, I think it was. because this lovely lady couldn't find the dress that she wanted, so she got it made. Of course she did. And of course, we've got all your accessories as well. So shoes, bag, and the details on your shoes. I like to get these details before they go on your body, because after your shoes have been worn, or when they're on your feet, they don't always shape quite as nicely. Sometimes they do, but with this one, they've got quite a lot of detail on them. So doing it just before they put on just helps to capture all the little details. This is quite a thick album, so I'm gonna speed through a couple of pages. Exactly, Alana. It also means if we do it before they're worn, you've not had a chance to step outside, step into a puddle or anything like that, so they're all beautifully clean. Now, this wedding took place at Wentworth Church, followed by the reception at the Rockingham Arms, which is also in Wentworth. And we grab all the bridesmaids walking down the aisle, and then we get this lovely dual page. So we've got bride and a dad walking into the church, and groom watching as she comes down the aisle as well. So generally for weddings, I like to be at the front of the ceremony room. That means that I can capture all your emotions while you are saying your vows, exchanging your rings. You also get all the reactions of your guests as well, which we don't get if I'm standing at the back of the room. And then we get to sign of the register. And at that point, I'll come down to the back of your ceremony room to get you guys walking back down the aisle. And again, all your guest reactions. So let's have a look at this one. You've got the newlyweds smiling at all the guests and walking back down. First walk as a married couple, which is all very exciting. And from here, we go into your group shots. Now, your group shots, I like to do, so we have a big list of everyone that you want to photograph with, and we put this together at your pre-wedding session. All my packages include a pre-wedding session, and we go through absolutely everything. So we make a list of you guys with your parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, all that kind of thing. If on the wedding day someone walks in and you think, oops, not put them on my list, let me know. I'll add them to it, and they'll never know. They'll never know that they weren't on there. And from your group pictures, we're going to your couples photographs. Now again, the couples photographs is something that we go through on your pre-wedding session as well. Your pre-wedding shoot kind of is almost like a test run of what we're going to be doing on your wedding day. So we'll go through locations, we'll see where you love, see what works in terms of the different photography. So there's a little path between Wentworth Church and the Rock where we walked through. So on the pre-wedding session, we did that walk and just found the best spots that these guys loved to grab their pictures in as well. It just makes the whole day run so much easier. And then, this is probably one of my favourite pages of this album. We've got all the bits and pieces, so flowers, backs of the chairs, signs, sweet table, cake table even, the room decor, table centerpieces, everything is on there. And I love it. It's kind of all the little details that make your day perfect, all in one page. And then we get back to the more natural style that I love. So we have meeting your guests, just down this one. So just saying hello and getting excited, especially if it's people you've not seen for a while. These guys had a lot of friends come from various parts of the country, so they'd not actually had a chance to say hello. And I'm pretty sure this year we're going to have a few more reunions like that. And then we get your speeches. My goodness, speech reactions are probably one of my favourite things. So we've got Mum doing a twirl because she was mentioned. Like, yes, Yes, I'm amazing. So if you've got any questions, like I say, do pop them in the comments, or if you're watching this later on, you can get in touch with me at my website, which is charlotteelizabethphotography.com, or you can email me on charlotte@charlotte-elizabeth.com as well. You can also send me a message on any of the social medias. I think I'm on pretty much all of them at the moment. Okay, so as we go through your evening, ooh, how far do you travel? So at the moment, I cover weddings in the UK. Most of my weddings are in the Yorkshire area, but I do go further as well. That's not a problem. If I do need to stay overnight somewhere, we can talk about that. So if you've got weddings anywhere in the UK, let me know and we can work out the logistics of it. There is a date checker on my website as well on the wedding page. All you need to do with that is pop your wedding date in and your email address, and I can get back to you with my availability for you. And then these guys, for the final bit, it was such a lovely evening after what had been a very hot summer. So we spent most of the night outside with the fire pit toasting marshmallows. And the kids, honestly, they were the best fire guards. They were amazing. They protected it all evening. I think they just wanted more marshmallows, really. But what that meant was there was no pictures on the dance floor because it was just such a chill evening. For dance floor pictures, yes, details for suppliers are important. I always love to share pictures if I can. So dance floor pictures, this is a combination album, so there's loads of different dance floors here. I always try and stay until the evening buffet comes out, if that's what you're having. If you're not having an evening buffet, it's generally around an hour after your first dance happens. That's because before the first dance, people tend to be very aware that I'm there, and kind of do a little shaky dance. After the first dance, I don't know what happens. There's a complete atmosphere change and everybody just goes for it. So that's why I like to stay for at least an hour after your first dance or up until your evening buffet comes out, just to get all those really cool dance moves. And some of the not so cool dance moves as well. They make great pictures. Okay, so I just want to go through a couple of things with you now then. So my wedding photography packages, there are two that I work from mainly. They are a full day and a half day, and they start at $9.95. Included in those, you get your time photography, whether that's full or half day. You get your pre-wedding session, like I've already mentioned. You have a private online gallery, which is valid for up to 6 months after your pictures have been delivered to you. And you can share that with your family, friends, whoever you want to, or you can keep that just for yourself. Depends what you want to do with that. And you also get a USB of all your edited images from your pre-wedding session and your wedding day as well. You do want to add an album, so we've got mainly the square albums is what we go for. There's loads of different cover options, loads of different size options, and they start at £200. Just a little note on the albums. We've had a few questions recently about delivering them due to the different taxes and things with the customs and borders, and all my albums are made in the UK, so I've not really clued up on all the different taxes and things that have come from the Brexit situation. So yeah, all the albums are made in the UK, and it's so close to me that rather than using a shipping company, I go and drive up and collect them. So the album it's up to you guys basically. So generally it takes between 4 and 6 weeks for me to edit your photographs and get them back to you. Then what we need to do if you've chosen to have an album is design it. That can take around a week usually. I'll put a design together for you and then you guys need to approve it, choose your covers, if you want any text on it, things like that. When we've made that final decision, it generally takes roughly 4 weeks to get your album back to you. And as I say, because it's so close, I just hop in my car, go pick it up, and then I can deliver it straight to you either on that same day or I put it in the post and you get it the day after, whichever's quickest. So as long as you get back to me really quickly with your album design, you can really have your album within what, 6 or about 3 months of your wedding actually finishing. So yeah, it's a quick turnaround. Couple more things just to go through for you then. As I say, it takes between 4 and 6 weeks for you to get your images back. If you do want to get in touch with me, there are a few ways. You can contact me on any of the social media. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, all of them. Or you can get in touch on my website, which is charlotteelizabethphotography.com. We've got a contact form on there and a date checker as well. There's also an FAQ section on the website too. If you do want to book, it's a £200 booking fee along with the signed contract that secures your date. And we've got bookings in now for this year, next year, and a couple for 23 as well. So if you are thinking about booking any supplier, photographers, videographers, cakes, whoever it is, if you know that you want somebody, I always recommend getting in touch with them as soon as you've made that decision, because a lot of us can only do one wedding a day. So while I do have quite good availability for 2023, if you're getting married on a certain day in March, I'm booked up. I can't do your date. Okay. So a quick look, I think I've got time for one more question. Oh, so one of the questions I've been asked a lot recently is there a second photographer? As standard, it is just me, because that lends itself more to the kind of style that I do use. So I do a documentary style photography, which means that I kind of hover in the background and catch people just doing what they do, and it's really relaxed. Two photographers tend to put people a little bit more, I don't know what the word is, they're more aware when there's two photographers that there's more people there. So I do tend to work by myself. However, if you do want a second photographer, do let me know and we can work that out. There are a few people that I work with, so it's not a problem to source that at all. And then I think the final question is, have I photographed at your venue before? It's one that I get asked a lot, and it's a tricky one. So most of the time, if you're getting married, particularly in South Yorkshire, probably is the answer. I've probably been to your venue before. I've been around a while and I've been to a lot of venues. However, if I haven't been to your venue before, we can use your pre-wedding session to go there and have a look around together. If you want to go somewhere else for your pre-wedding session, again, that's not a problem. I will definitely make sure that I do a visit at least once beforehand to get an idea of the sense of scale and have a look around the grounds, see where all the best photography spots are going to be. So even if I'm not photographed at your venue before, and I'm sure this goes for most photographers, it's not a reason to not book. Just make sure that, make sure that everyone's going to do a visit, whether it's me or anyone else, really. Right, I think that's about my time up. So like I say, if you do want to get in touch, you can get me at charlotte-elizabeth.com. You can get me on all the social media, or you can visit my website, which is charlotte-elizabethphotography.com. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this virtual event. I'm loving them at the moment, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye.
Hello everybody, my name is Sammy Lovett from Just Love It Design. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday so far. I know that lockdown's getting a little bit boring and we're all getting a little bit sick of it. So I've come to bring you some joy on a Sunday. So I'm Sammy Lovett. My business is Just Love It Design, and I'm based in Sunnybank Mills, which is a mill which is kind of in between Leeds and Bradford. It's in the Farsley area. So I am a designer maker. I design and make everything. So what I do for weddings is I work with my wedding couples and I design a bespoke concept for you. So normally what happens is you come to my studio, or we're doing a lot of kind of consultations on Zoom at the moment, which is also also really good and time kind of saving. I do kind of miss inviting people to my studio, because normally what happens is you come in, you look at the products that I've got, you have a little look around, and then we kind of sit down and have a consultation about everything that you need for your wedding. So I'd start off with kind of getting to know you as a couple. That I love doing that as a kind of discovery journey. Yeah, thank you. The last affair I did was not great because my signal wasn't very good. So yeah, better image today. So what I love doing is getting to know you as a couple. We have a discovery meeting. So I've got like a little questionnaire that I go through just to get to know you as a couple, your kind of background story, how you met, kind of what your kind of story is basically, and what you kind of both love doing as a couple, and kind of your defining kind of concept of your view for your wedding day, and like your color scheme that you'd like. I can help you decide that if you haven't already got an idea of that whole kind of day. So I love getting to know you and working out your own personalized concept for your wedding, and then I will help you design your stationery, so your save the dates, your invitations, and then all the way through to products for the actual day, like your signage for outside kind of your wedding, whether you're having the actual wedding in a church, if you're doing it all in one place, we can do kind of signage for you, and also table and seating plans. I do favors, I do table names, basically everything for your special day, all the little bits and bobs that you might kind of get online from separate different places. My passion is to work with you to design your wedding concept and flow that all the way through to your actual special day. So when you walk into that wedding, that reception room as a married couple, everything matches and everything is just on point, and it just makes it easier for you. So I design and make it all in-house as well. There's a few suppliers that I use that I outsource a few bits to, but I am in control of the whole process for you. I will I do a lot of contact time with my brides and grooms, and it is great because I get to know you over the kind of, basically people book me as soon as they kind of book the venue. They know what date they're getting married, they know where they're getting married, and those are kind of the starting points that I need really to kind of work with you throughout the rest of kind of your wedding kind of day. So I like to get to know you, do the save the dates and the invitations, kind of work with you on that, like pre-wedding. So we have your initial consultation, which is complimentary. And then if you'd like to kind of go ahead with your package, I'll put together a bespoke package for you. I've got some packages on my website at the moment, but what I'm doing is I'm just changing them up a little bit. So you've got all of the products there on my website, but I'm changing the packages to make it a little bit kind of pick and mix, because what I do is really personalized, and I want to make the packages as personalized as possible for all of you guys. So yes, once you kind of booked in with me and we kind of go and we make a schedule of when you'd like your save the dates, when you'd like your invitation sending out, and then kind of we work on kind of a schedule of when you're getting married, and then we work back from that for what I need from you guys in terms of once you've got your guest list all confirmed, and then that's when we start working on the rest of the products. I talked to you initially about all of the products that we can provide for you, so we have that in our minds, the kind of products that you'd like for your wedding day, and then we kind of develop the designs as we kind of go forward. So I've got some things to show you actually. So I've actually decided this year, so my business is very kind of sustainability. It's all about kind of products that we're not kind of be thrown away, and that's why I believe so much in personalized products for your wedding day, because your guests can keep their favors, and it's such a lovely memory for the end, like when they've kind of gone at the end of the day, and then they can take them home and put them in memory boxes. The signs that I create, quite a lot of my brides and grooms keep them at home because they look so gorgeous that you can either put them up in your home or you can put them in your garden. I do a lot of kind of engraved tree logs for like table names, and some people put them in their garden. It's absolutely lovely. So the fact that there's so much love that's put into these products, and I design and make them all here in my design studio, and I've got a wood workshop as well. And now I'm kind of wearing a dress today, but normally when I'm in my workshop, I'm kind of suited and booted to be doing messy stuff with like aprons and big goggles and hangers and stuff. So yeah, I do love all of the practical side of it as well. And so I'm very kind of tactile with my designs, and I will work with you and I'll send you across designs. We can work on Zoom actually, which is brilliant. So I can share my screen with you, and then we can design at the same time. So I'll come up with a range of ideas and say, well, here's some here's some actual samples that I've run off for you, and what do you think? So this year, I'm looking to speak to brides and grooms who are having that kind of rustic style wedding, who are going for more of the kind of wood style. I can do a lot with the wood kind of collections and the selections of wood and materials that I have, but I'm really trying to step away from a lot of the kind of acrylic, just for my kind of own sustainable kind of point of view, really. So yes, if you are getting married in a barn kind of setting, anything kind of rustic, come to me, because I can take your ideas and turn them into 3D products that are amazing. So this is an old favourite of mine, and so Rachel and Craig, they still haven't got married yet because of lockdown, which still waiting to go ahead and finish the your kind of their commission. Yes, I do craft hen parties. I'm going to go on to that actually. Yes, so they are getting married. So Rachel and Craig, I met them a couple of years ago now, and so they absolutely love hiking. So what we've done is we have put together their invitations, and they are kind of engraved and kind of cut out with this kind of mountain kind of shape. They got engaged on top of Snowdon, which is beautiful, and they're using kind of this idea for their table plan as well. So everything kind of is spun off this kind of concept. They're beautifully kind of laser cut. Laser cutting's my bag. It's my actual kind of skill set that I've been studying for years. And so I finished university about 8 or 9 years ago now, and I did product and furniture design, and laser cutting is my niche skill set. So I'll take your ideas from graphic design, and I will take them and turn them into 3D products. So here are the backs of the invitations. There are also magnets as well, so the guests could pop them on their fridges. So you've got all the information there, and they're so beautiful. Why wouldn't you want that on your fridge? This is the way that we dress them. So Rachel and Craig, yes, they are kind of going for the rustic kind of barn kind of style wedding, but they're having a little bit kind of touches of rose gold and blush as well. So this is how we wrap them in hessian. We've got some acrylic hearts just here. So they're engraved with Rachel and Craig and the date that they were getting married, but we've kind of changed that and moved that a little bit. So yeah, we kind of put a lot of effort into working with you and your kind of concept and bringing your ideas to life in a really beautiful way. Delivery is key, I think. And so when your invitations are delivered to your guests, they have to make that impression, and they kind of set that kind of initial kind of like, ooh, this wedding's going to be like this. And it's really good for your kind of guests to see. We did smaller versions as well for the evening guests, so they kind of match. They're really sweet. There's like a big one and a little small one. Again, kind of tied with those kind of rose gold. Yes, when we kind of send out the invitations, what I do, I can either deliver them all to you, and then you kind of can dispatch them. I can address the envelopes for you. I do a wax seal service as well. So I don't know if you can kind of see that. That's a personalised kind of wax seal on there with your colour of wax seal with an envelope that kind of matches. These were for Alec and Gemma, who are getting married this summer and next summer. So they're having two do's because of COVID. So yes, I kind of do that kind of service. I can send them out. I love delivering the actual invitations to you guys, so I can send them out in boxes. I can either deliver them if you do live locally. That's absolutely not a problem at all. So yes, and then because we had to change the date, I've then gone and done some change the date for Rachel and Craig as well. So there's so much we can do with the wood. We can add embellishments. We can just make it really personal for you. We can even, on your save the dates, do 2 different designs for your evening and your daytime kind of guests. We can put the backing cards on there. I'm trying to step away from using a lot of acrylic. However, I do kind of, we can embellish products with them, if you kind of get what I mean. I'm just trying to step away from big kind of acrylic products, but we can add bits and kind of embellishments onto your invitations to make them pop, to make them really stand out. Brilliant. So yeah, we kind of work with you. We can do all of the little bits for your wedding day as well. Like I said, the favours, we can do the groomsmen's gifts, we can do the bridesmaids' gifts, we can do the signage, we can do your table plans. You come to me and say, Sammy, can we do this? And then yes, I kind of put a plan together on how we kind of work together. And like I said, we kind of have a lot of kind of touch time between the design work and the sampling and the products, because I want to make sure that the products are exactly right for you for your special day. So that's the way that I work with my clients. And then we kind of schedule in kind of meetings and kind of when you are available. So in terms of kind of booking, you can have a little look on my website. You can, my wedding brochure's on there. You can have a look through that and the products that I do. I've also got a wedding testimonial video on there as well. My packages are on there. Have a little look at the kind of products, but like I said, I am doing a pick and mix kind of approach to the packages as well. I don't engrave onto metal, but what I do, if there's something that I can't do, there's suppliers that I work with at the same time. So if you do want something that is kind of out of my initial kind of skill set here in my workshop, I've got companies and kind of suppliers that I've worked with before that I can get the cufflinks for you, the tie clips and all of those bits for you for the day. Thanks, Anna. Yes, I love my brochure. It's very kind of pictures, so you can kind of have a look at it over a cup of tea later on if you like. You can download it off my website. So yes, and if you'd like to kind of book in a consultation with me, there's an email address on my website. You can also contact me through Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn as Sammy Lovett, and I'm also on Facebook as well. All of my stuff is really visual. If you look on my Instagram, I've got my wedding stories, which if you click on that, it will show you ways that I've kind of worked in the different products that I've created for some of my wedding clients within the last kind of couple of years. And then Grant asked earlier, can I do craft hen parties? Yes, I can do. I've been doing a lot of virtual craft parties recently for people who are kind of a bit bored during lockdown and are just, it's boring. This one is boring because it's dark at night time and we can't kind of, when we finish work or work at home, then it's just, we can't go for a walk in the evening. Well, like we can, but it's dark and it's cold and it's miserable. So what I'm doing is virtual craft parties to kind of keep everybody doing something and creative and positive during this lockdown. So if you are liking or kind of wanting a virtual craft event, I can tailor it to kind of whatever you'd like to do. Hen parties, yes, if you'd like a virtual hen party, I can do that for you. And when things get back to a little bit of kind of normal, the idea is that I can host a hen craft party here for you in my studio. I will design bespoke products for you guys to kind of put together. And then we'll have pizza, wine, and kind of have that kind of party kind of atmosphere in the actual studio when we can all kind of get back together and kind of when social distancing is kind of less of a thing. So yes, I can offer kind of two options to the live hen parties that are kind of crafty, or we can do the virtual ones online as well, which I absolutely love them. If you'd asked me a year ago, would I be doing virtual events? No, but I absolutely love doing them, and they're such a great way of people coming together on Zoom to create a product, and it kind of keeps you busy for a couple of hours and you can still have that kind of conversation. So yes, that's a little bit about me. Everything that I do is so visual, so please go on my website, have a little look at my wedding brochure. It's all on the weddings page, and so yeah, everything is there. And then if you'd like to have a chat about your save the dates, invitations, and all of the rest of the things for your wedding day, just call me or email me or get in contact with me on Instagram, and I'd be more than happy to help. And so that's me. I'm Sammy Lovett from Just Love It Design. Work with me and you'll just love it.
Let's use this one. Use that one for now, and then bring it over. So we were sat there quite comfortably then thinking how well this week was going. There's been no technical issues whatsoever, and yet here we are. So yeah, that was Sammy Lovett from Just Lovett Design. We should have been going live with a Jellybean Photobooth video as we speak, but there has been a technical glitch on that. But I did kind of highlight something from Sammy's video just then, and it was just how busy the next couple of years that weddings are going to be for wedding suppliers. 2020 was a massively busy year, but you're going to have to wait and see what I was going to say, because I'm told the Jellybean video is ready, so we'll be tuning in shortly after that. Enjoy Adam's presentation.
Grab a prop and strike a pose with Jellybean Photobooth. With green screen, customizable prints and guestbook options, you're guaranteed fun photos. Visit jellybeanbooth.co.uk.
Hi there, thank you for joining us today for the Wedding Fayre's Yorkshire virtual showcase. I'm Adam from Jellybean Photobooth, and today we will be showcasing our award-winning photo booths and magic mirrors. We are based in Sheffield and cover all of the UK, however our main focus is Yorkshire and the Midlands, travelling 50 miles free from our Sheffield-based office near Meadowhall. So we have the largest availability of photo booths and magic mirrors in South Yorkshire, with 4 of our state-of-the-art selfie mirrors available to hire, along with 4 of our fantastic in-house built photo booth selfie pods and inflatable photo booths. We are also proud of our outstanding customer service and personalised experience, being voted as the North of England Wedding Awards Photo Booth Business of 2020 and finalist to the I Do Wedding Awards of 2020. Our amazing team Jellybean will do everything to make your event or occasion extra special, whether it be assisting your guests with their photos or designing a personalised print or background. We are here every step of the way. So we also have a full COVID-19 risk assessment and policy available to view on our website, which outlines our new ways of working going forward, such as full sanitising of our photo booth props and equipment, along with encouraging all of our guests to enter our booth in bubbles and use of sanitizer, obviously till the end of when the pandemic ends. We also guarantee to move your date free of charge if your event is cancelled due to COVID. So if your date isn't available with us, your new date, we will then refund your deposit and any other payments made to us. So on to our photo booths. All of them are inflatable, and we have a plethora of different options, such as popular square booths available in either black or white. We also have our smaller but just as striking octagon photo booths, and our showstopper camera booths that will definitely take centre stage at your event. All of our photo booths include our in-house built selfie pods using the best DSLR cameras, smooth touchscreens and endless personalisation options, such as fully personalised prints and green screens by our in-house graphics team, personalised user interface, animations and overlays, and of course all include our impressive trunk of fun and inflatable props. So our trunks are absolutely massive and do include hundreds of props. All of our packages also include stanchions with red ropes, red carpet and decorative flames at the entrance of the booth. We also include fully personalised guest books in a choice of finishes to match your design, with our colleagues at your event assisting your guests to leave that extra special message in your book. It doesn't stop there. So our packages also comprise of a USB stick with a copy of all of the photos from the night, unlimited visits to the photo booth during your book time, double set of prints, which are either in 6x4 or 6x4 instant print per session, online password protected photo gallery uploaded live on the night, where your guests can also scan a QR code on the night and they'll take them straight to their photo. And social media uploads to Facebook or Twitter, also live on the night. So if you've got a gallery or a hashtag gallery on your Facebook page, you can upload directly to that. Our jam-packed packages start from just £260 for 2 hours, £300 for 3 hours and £340 for 4 hours for venues within 50-mile radius of our Sheffield office, with a small mileage charge if you're outside of this area. So bookings are subject to a £75 deposit payable on our website, with flexible payment options such as payment plans and standing orders available, so you can spread your balance over multiple months. So just get in touch around that if you want to do that. All of our terms and conditions, including prices and everything, including our packages, is on our website at www.jellybeanbooth.co.uk. So now on to our stunning magic mirrors. So today we are showcasing one of our illuminated Hollywood style magic mirrors, which we have 2 of them, both with a huge 70-inch touchscreen, DSLR camera inside, professional flashlights and more. So again, these run our amazing Photobooth software, which is all fully personalised, just like our photo booths, to match your theme or colour scheme. So our in-house graphics team can put together bespoke animations, messages and even virtual props and overlays onto your magic mirror to make it that extra special. So just like our photo booths, we also put together fully personalised prints, and all of our magic mirrors come with a huge trunk of fun and inflatable props. We also have 2 other magic mirrors, one of which has a beautiful gold Owner LED illuminated frame, and we also have a slimline magic mirror from our more intimate venues that also has a gorgeous silver and gold white Owner frame. So our slimline mirror is great for those venues that have a huge flight of stairs, for example, and it's easily portable. With all our magic mirrors, we also include stanchions with red ropes and red carpet at the entrance of the mirror. You also get a choice of free backdrop for your guests to stand in front of if you don't want the background of your venue in your photos, for example. We've got one here today that I'm stood in front of. We also have 14 beautiful designs to choose from, and all of which are double-sided. So you've got a great choice on our website to look at of all the designs we've got of the backdrops. Again, just like our photo booths, it doesn't stop there. All our packages also comprise of a USB stick with a copy of all the photos from the night, unlimited visits to the magic mirror during your book time, double set of instant 6x4 or 6x2 prints per session, a fully personalised guest book in the choice of finishes to match your design, with our colleagues at your event assisting your guests to leave a special message in your book. Also includes an online password protected photo gallery uploaded live on the night and social media uploads. Our jam-packed packages for the mirrors, just like our photo booths, start at the same price of £260 for 2 hours, £300 for 3 hours and £340 for 4 hours for venues within 50-mile radius of our Sheffield office. Again, with a small mileage charge if you're outside of this area. Bookings, just like our photo booths, again subject to a £75 deposit payable on our website with flexible payment options. So your photo booth experience doesn't stop there. So our new updated website also allows your guests to order something special with a range of quality, beautiful photo gifts. So get your favourite photo booth print or photo onto a sleigh, onto a mug, or even onto a keyring, for example, ordering direct from our Jellybean Print Studio website. It's as easy as entering your unique print number that's on the bottom of the print, selecting your photo and then just taking it from there. Prices start from just £10 for a personalised mug, and that is including delivery. You can also order replacement USB sticks, guest books and a print pack of all the prints from your event direct on our website. We really have thought of everything and offer the most personalised photo booth experience in the region, and it is all included in all of our simple and uncomplicated packages. So our 2021 calendar is getting very full. However, due to our great availability of mirrors and photo booths, please do get in touch if you want to check if your date is available. And 2022 onwards is also open, so don't lose your date with us. We do make it as easy as possible to get in touch, whether it be on social media, our online chat function on our website, email or phone. So one of our team are available every day of the week to assist with any of your bookings. So whether that's just changing your date or if you want to come and book with us. So, thank you for joining us today. Drop us a like on Facebook, search Jellybean Photobooth. We have enjoyed the showcase and speaking to you today. Hope you have too. I will now pass you back onto the amazing Wedding Fayres Yorkshire team. Have a great day. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
So there we go, guys. Stacey and Adam from Jellybean Photobooth, thank you very much indeed for your video. Recorded video submitted to us, but they are floating around in the comment section, I believe, so please do get in touch with them and ask them any questions and give them any comments on their amazing photo booths. Now, we do have another pre-recorded video for you from Liz Clark from the Wedding Guide UK, fantastic little magazine that is available at any of our wedding fairs, and I think there's an online version as well. So we've got a little clip from Liz, and then oh no, we won't. We'll do us first. All right. Well, no, we will do Liz. Here's a clip from Liz, and we'll see you in a sec.
Hello there. I'm Liz Clark from theweddingguideuk.com. I've been using my time very wisely during the lockdown, and I finally put a book together which compiles all the information that I've been gathering over the last 20 years of publishing the Wedding Guide UK. So lots of articles, lots of timetables, things that we've always put in the books, everything together in one place, and it's a little mine of useful information for you to help you with your planning. There's everything from how to choose your dress, what fabrics, what style, shape for your shape. There's jobs for the boys, there's readings, there's all the different types of ceremonies you can have, you know, whether you want to have a civil ceremony or a Church of England, Catholic wedding, Hindu, Muslim, Jewish, the lot. We've got everything in there. So you'll really enjoy it, and I know that you'll find it really useful. It's literally, it's your guide to planning your perfect wedding. So guess what? We've called it How to Plan Your Perfect Wedding. And as well as that, it's the beginner's guide to getting married and your perfect wedding planning partner. So if you go to the website, it's theweddingguideuk.com. We've got a special lockdown price at the moment. It's only £1.99, and I think you'll love it. So let me know how you get on, and enjoy. Happy planning. Bye for now.
So there we go. That was Liz from the Wedding Guide. If that was my fault, then I should apologise, but I don't think it was. But yeah, we do like to keep our technical guy on his feet. Speaking of, you forgot your buzzer.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going so far?
Well, it was going really well.
Numbers are good. You guys, you're sharing the post. That's brilliant, because that helps these suppliers as well.
It does.
One of the things we made the decision in lockdown is to not, because other people are now starting to do similar things to this. Not the same way we're doing it. If I get an invite to another Zoom meeting, I will literally just throw my computer out the window.
Yeah, we've had enough, haven't we?
Zoom it just feels like work.
Yeah, it does, definitely.
Exactly.
It's very formal.
Exactly. And I don't like work, as you know.
No, definitely not a fan of formal either.
Well, yeah, formal or work. But one of the things I'm especially not, a fan of is charging people for these events.
Yes.
I'm not a Yorkshireman.
You're not.
You are.
Yes.
But one of the things I've picked up from the 15 or 20 years I've been in Yorkshire
Not the accent.
Definitely not the accent. It's like that whole how much. If I'm having to pay my money, I don't want to pay my money to pay my money.
No, exactly.
I'll not pay to go into a shop. And, those guys, I get it. They've got businesses to run and all that lot. But to charge couples to see wedding shows is not my thing. So we don't.
You'll not pay to see one of our virtual shows, and you'll not pay to come into one of our physical shows if and when they start to come back again. So
yeah, keep your eye on our social media because we try and keep that updated.
Yeah,
we have got some physical shows listed on there as well. You know, it's a work in progress. We know some of those like February, March shows. You know, we'll play that by ear.
Yeah, well, February's kind of been pulled out of the calendar. March, we're going to play, like you said, play it by ear. I think there's an update in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so
in regards what's happening. So yeah, Facebook and our website are the best places to keep in touch with us and to see what events we've got coming up. forbrides.co.uk for your tickets as well.
There's your plug.
There is the plug.
Yeah.
I mean, we've not got a pair to show them at the minute, but we do run a fantastic. We run a great competition throughout our shows. Now, to be in with a chance of winning a pair of Diamantic Christian Louboutin bridal shoes. That is not easy to say.
It's not. That's why I let you say it.
Cheers. All you got to do to be in with a chance of winning a pair of those is to register and attend one of these virtual shows or one of the local wedding fairs when they come back on. And we give away at the moment 3 pairs a year.
Normally,
one at each of the big shows that we do. So the Royal Armouries, the Metrodome Arena, and the John Smith Stadium in Huddersfield. So we give away 3 pairs away at those shows. Somebody leaves the premises with them. There's a little photo shoot when they win them, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So it's a real prize.
I always like that because it's so nice to see the reaction on it because it's a real competition. It's not. There's no fakery involved. And when you see a real couple, a real bride win those shoes, it's nice. We had tears. We had one year. It was so much drama. I thought we need to calm it down a little bit, which is nice. Going back to the thing about the not charging for the shows and all that lot. That's why we need you guys to support these virtual shows as well.
Yeah.
Share them to your wedding friends, share them to your wedding partner and get them involved. And then that way it gives the suppliers more inspiration as well. And ask questions.
Yeah.
By asking questions from the suppliers, you let them know what you want to know. So it helps them fine tune their presentations as well. Yeah. And it's great to see how they've evolved.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so actually.
From the beginning of lockdown when people were very nervous. And
even us as well. I mean, we've kind of found our feet with them.
Well,
not so much on the tech side, but presentation side.
We get there. Every week there's something new. This week as well, we're always trying to improve the show. So this week we are on YouTube as well, and it worked. Hey, fantastic.
It was last week and the week before, but we didn't tell you because it didn't work.
It didn't work, no. But this week it worked. No warnings just before we go live. And that's the thing. These shows are live.
Yes.
They're not pre-recorded, so you can ask those questions. You can engage with them as well. So Jellybeans was pre-recorded because he's got a massive trunk and massive stuff. It's very childish of him to chuckle at the massive trunk bit, but he's got big stuff, so it's difficult for him to do that whilst he's working from home.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's always in the comments ready to answer those questions as well, so that's great. How many shows? We've got some more shows lined up.
We're running them. We've got them in the diary every week until Easter. I think Easter. Now, we've got everything crossed for some physical shows to be able to go ahead in March. Who knows? But what's going to happen is if we can put a physical event on, we're going to run them as a hybrid, which means we'll be doing the virtuals from the physical event. So whether you want to register and come along and attend, or you want to just kind of sit back on your sofa in your pajamas and watch it live from home, then you can do that as well and experience the same thing. Yeah.
We've got a great show for the rest of the show lined up for you as well. I'm not going to mention about the tech side of things because last week we said that and it went downhill from there. So we do have some great suppliers lined up for you for the rest of the day. Who are they?
So we've got Steph White's coming up after this, local photographer. We've got Sally Ann Everafter Bridal over in Batley. She is...
Do you know, I always like how she always does like a little tour of the shop as well, so you get to see the stock and everything. So a different way of doing it. So
I must admit, I quite like how each supplier has their own take. I think you said that earlier on how they present. Like Charlotte Early, she always tells the story of the day by going through the album, which I think is a really, really nice touch. Partycakes and Julie from Partycakes is going to come back and have a nice presentation this week.
And we're trying something new with that as well. We've got like a slideshow demonstration alongside.
Hold on to your seats, ladies and gents.
Yeah, so we've got that. We've worked through it with Julie this week, so that's all going well.
Lloyd from Gemini Photography
and his
over
budgies.
in South, and his budgies, absolutely. He's going to be coming on. I think he is the 2:15 slot.
Yep.
And then finishing off today's show, we have a celebrant,
Lucy Taylor.
Lucy Taylor,
great presenter as well,
full of beans. I think
Exactly.
that's a great finish to the show.
Yeah. If you are watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're watching this on Facebook, please go over to YouTube and like and subscribe on there. On there, we do have, as well as these virtual shows, we also have some how-to videos as well, and some information videos. What was the recent one we've just done?
The most recent one that's up there is Engaged Now What? So it's basically aimed at people who are kind of, they're sat there, they're wearing the ring, and they're kind of sat there thinking, oh my God, what am I supposed to be concentrating on? So it's basically a bit of a top list of things that we should be, or we think should be of the utmost importance, and the first things that you should be concentrating on after you recently engaged. So your venue, your number of guests for the day, number of guests for the evening due, and just a few other things as well, budget and that kind of thing.
Check out the video. Tell us what you think of it as well. If we've missed something off that list as well, get in the comments section of that video and let us know. It gives us a chance to fine tune things as well.
Yeah.
So what's next week's show?
Next week, I think, is a Yorkshire special.
Yorkshire special.
A Yorkshire special. That's what I've been told. And then I think the week after that, it's a Valentine's special.
Nice.
What's
your thought on next week?
Hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, we're kind of doing a test run of everybody's internet with Roger Thorpe. So hopefully, the running order of next week's show will be put on the Facebook page middle of next week, I think. So keep an eye out for those.
Yeah.
And there was one. Do you want to kind of jump back on the tech and that's his exit? One thing that Sam a little bit did mention that I think is definitely worth kind of hitting home about is that 2020 was a record-breaking year for weddings. Most wedding businesses had got full diaries throughout. Obviously, very few of those weddings actually took place. So those weddings were moved back to 2021. Now what we're learning is that at least for the first part of the year, people are looking at postponing those as well, which means that they're going to be put back for the year and the year after that as well. So basically what you're looking at for 2022 is a silly busy year for weddings. And basically, what the idea is that if you find a supplier that you like and it's within budget, our best advice is not to kind of dance around it, it's just to get them booked, because
Lloyd says they're not budgies.
Oh, sorry, Lloyd, they're not budgies.
Yeah. The schedule is already on the website, on the Facebook page.
Oh wow, look at that. We have stuff prepared and I didn't know about it. So yeah, the schedule for next week's show is on the Facebook page already. Yeah, and Janet Wilson says thank you and well done from cpwchauffeurs.co.uk. Shameless plug. A shameless plug there from Janet. Janet from cpwchauffeurs.co.uk. Yeah, award-winning car company. So check those out for all your supplier needs or your car needs. Guys. Yeah, if you like a supplier, they're within budget and you get on with them and you like the product, then get them booked, because we used to hear it quite a lot at wedding fairs. I can imagine how popular a saying it's going to be in the next couple of years is that, they didn't book there and then and they missed out on the date. That's what suppliers tell us when couples come round to shows. So if you like a supplier and, you like their product, they're in budget, don't dance about, just get them booked. I think we are ready for our next supplier to come on. Steph White is eagerly awaiting to present her photography skills to you, so I shall leave you with Steph. Enjoy the rest of the show, hit in the comments and say hello to Steph. Cheers, guys.
Hello, good afternoon. How is everybody? Have you all enjoyed the wedding fair so far? Always a little bit different doing these from home. I'm Steph White, hence my logo over there, and I'm a documentary wedding photographer. I can see all your questions and comments in the comment section, so if you do have anything that you'd like to ask me, please fire away. One of the things I've probably found a little bit more difficult doing these shows is I like talking to people, and when I'm just talking to myself, sometimes I might it feels like I'm just sort of talking to myself. So please do hit me with all your questions. So yeah, I would say I'm a documentary wedding photographer. I don't like to get under your feet too much. I like to document your wedding and leave you with lots and lots of beautiful memories to last a lifetime. So one of the mottos is that one of my mantras, I suppose, is I don't want you to remember me. I want you to enjoy and remember your day and have those memories to last a lifetime. With COVID and everything that's happened the last sort of 12 months or so, I appreciate that weddings are all over the shop at the moment, and many people have been replanning, planning their dates. I know a lot of my couples have gone from having really, really big, sorry, losing my voice there, long days, so full on day weddings, and unfortunately they've had to take a step back. And I've done some fantastic micro weddings and smaller weddings as well. And I would like to just say that sort of going forward, that's the kind I think I would like to be focusing on, sort of the more smaller, intimate weddings going forward, from my own personal circumstances and spending more time with my own family. So I feel like I'm kind of repitching my whole business. Before, I was all about like the big full on day weddings, and I'm still going to offer those, but I'll be doing sort of less and less, I guess, and focusing more on the micro weddings and kind of really bringing back to what a wedding day actually is. So I've got a few examples of pictures behind me. Not that many. Normally, if it was a sort of face-to-face wedding fair, I'd have my big stand and you could look through all my brochures and albums and prints and those sorts of things. I do have a website which I've been updating recently with lots of different examples of sort of the smaller, maybe my micro weddings and the packages that I offer for those. Like I say, if you are still planning a longer day, do speak to me, because I'm not sort of knocking them on the head completely. And I think, as Grant and Alan sort of mentioned in their session just a few minutes ago, if you really like a supplier, get them booked in, because we're all getting so busy with 2020 weddings, and now 2021 weddings potentially being put forward to 2022. So I'd like to say timing is key, I guess. So I brought with me one of my sample albums. You can't see it as well as you would be able to in the flesh, of course, but it sort of gives you an example of kind of my style of photography. So I tend to, again, with weddings, any weddings that may be potentially going forward at the moment, you might not be wanting bridal prep and that sort of thing, but I do offer it. I can't get used to the mirror image that you're holding a book up to the mirror. I keep going the wrong way. So yeah, this is the sort of my style. Again, very, very natural, not getting in the way too much. This one actually looks quite staged, but I can assure it genuinely wasn't. They do look a bit like a boy band, I think, on this picture. And I'll show you just a few more from sort of the ceremony and things like that. There are opportunities for group photographs. Apologies, my screensaver just came on there. Yeah, for group photographs and couple shoots, that's absolutely fine. And I always work with you ahead of time to sort of go through any of the must-have shots that you would like. But on the whole, it's very much documentary and just kind of capturing your day and all those moments. I'll just show you a few of the sort of group photograph style that I can do. Bear with me. So yeah, this is like the big group shot. This is the Sun Pavilion in Harrogate. Beautiful summer's day, which is lovely. So yeah, I do a range of different albums and print options and things like that. My website, again, stephwhite.co.uk. I've got my oh, there we go, popping up on screen for you there. So it's I've got all the details of packages and information, things like your add-ons, like your albums and prints. I also offer engagement shoots. I always think with engagement shoots, it's entirely quite, if you're not feeling that particularly comfortable in front of the camera, they're quite a nice little icebreaker. It gets you a good feel for how you how it's going to be on the day, as it were, and it can just, it's a nice little icebreaker for you there. I also offer second shooters. So if you are having quite a few guests, it feels such an alien thing to be saying that these days, doesn't it? But if you've got, say, you know, a lot of people attending your wedding, it's nice to sometimes have a second shooter there to kind of, you know, get a little bit more, get more candid, get more depth to your wedding. I'm also on social media, so Steph White Photography, Facebook and Instagram. I do have a Twitter account, but I've not really updated that in years, so probably just wouldn't bother with Twitter, to be honest. So does anyone have any questions? I feel like I'm really rambling on and very aware of my own voice. Oh, it's like, hello Sally Ann, and everyone saying hi on the comments. That's really nice. So I was saying, yeah, how far do I travel? Again, I mean, I will generally, if it's within Yorkshire, I don't include any extra further travel charges. I've done weddings. The furthest I've been was at Tuscany a couple of years ago, and I was going to say last year. Of course, it wasn't last year. 2019, I was over in the Lake District and up in Glasgow for some weddings. So yeah, I will travel, but I would tailor the quote to tailor the quote for further travel, if that makes sense, for fuel and potentially accommodation. And again, having quite a small family at home, I don't take on too many weddings where I'm all over the country, sort of thing, because I'd never see my son. So yeah, have we got any other questions? I do feel like I've really rambled on there. But yeah, I would say I'll put the links to my my website and my social media channels and things on here after my presentation, and you can have a look at your own leisure. I've also got a little sort of slideshow video set to music, which again just kind of gives you an idea. Like a picture tells 1,000 words. Everyone knows that. So me rabbiting onto you is probably not that helpful. So do I touch up the photographs? So yeah, in general, I do have like an in-house edit style, which I use well through Lightroom and Photoshop. But if there's anything particular, if there's any complex sort of photoshopping that needs doing, or you request, you can ask, and if it's something, remove XYZ from the photographs and stuff, I would have to sort of quote you as a as a little extra add-on sort of thing. But the odd bit, if you've got a little bit of a blemish or those things you want me to just airbrush out, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, anything sort of more complex, it would have to be a bit of an add-on extra to my standard fee. I don't even know how long I've been talking, honestly. And my ridiculous laughter is probably not helping. But yeah, that's me. Oh, how much are the albums? Brilliant. So yeah, that's a really good question. So I do these albums here. This is actually this one's 600. I do a smaller one, which is basically like it's the same size, but it's half the amount of pages. And that's they start at 400 for and these fine art albums. They're like top quality, top notch papers, and you can't get much better. And also they are produced and made all in Yorkshire, so there won't be any issues with Brexit and tariffs at the border for importing anything from Europe on those. So all locally made, and you get a choice of different colours and different cover types and things like that. Again, I do individual prints as well, which can be ordered directly from an online. You get all your photographs digitally. I realise I haven't even mentioned anything about that. Sorry about that. So yeah, all your photographs go up onto an online gallery, which you can order prints from directly. And again, like the fine art prints, which are the very similar papers to what I used in the albums, or the sort of regular, the regular type prints that you buy, that we all know and love. But again, they're all really high quality quality finish and all printed and everything in the UK as well. And they can all be ordered directly from your own online gallery. The USB sticks. Yes, I do USB sticks. I am coming to the end of my, because I've batch bought a huge amount of USB sticks a few years ago with my logo on, and I am coming up to the end of my supply of these. And with the way that technology is going, I'm finding that speaking to couples, they're really happy with the online gallery that I provide, because they're kept in there indefinitely. So and you can, when you download them, you download the high resolution version. So really, the USB sticks are kind of redundant, or they potentially are. But going forward, once I've run out of my stash, what I'm going to be doing with the USB sticks is having them as an add-on. So if you would like to purchase extra USB sticks, I will do a bespoke order for you. I think it's possibly the way the future's going with. I mean, I'm not sure even every computer has USB ports anymore. I mean, I might be making that up completely. But with the technology that I've got with my online gallery, there's not actually much of a need to have a physical USB stick unless you really want one. If that makes sense. And again, like the gallery you can share with friends and family. What's my favourite wedding that I've ever done? Okay, this is such a difficult question because like every wedding is so different, and you know, the Tuscany one, it was absolutely amazing. But it was potentially we were there for, so it was I will confess, it was a friend of mine I went to university with, and we spent 4 days at their they hired out this beautiful chateau that that's French, but we spent there was like 30 of us there, and it was absolutely amazing and just so laid back and lovely. So that's pretty much high up there. But some of my favourite weddings have just been the ones that on paper just seem really simple, but just being so lovely, and just like the atmosphere, it's the people that really make it for weddings, and when everyone's just having an amazing time. So the packages that I offer, so like I said, I'm swaying more towards the shorter day part day coverage, or mainly for many reasons, including COVID, that people are opting for sort of shorter day packages, and that would include sort of ceremony coverage, and then up to like your reception and photographs and things afterwards. But I will still offer full day ones if that is what you're planning to do, absolutely, and that would include sort of coverage from makeup, getting ready in the morning, preparation, and up until about half an hour after the first dance. I still love a dance floor, as you will see from my photos behind. It's still an amazing part of the day. And so in terms of pricing, so I start at so for the micro weddings it starts from 400. If you're wanting sort of full day coverage, it's 1,500 for digital. And again, I will put all the links to my pricing and packages on here, so you can all have a little look. And if you would like to get in touch, please do, and give us a follow on social media. Like I say, I'm technically on Twitter, but I probably just not bother with that. Instagram and Facebook is where I update most regularly and share what I've been up to. I've still got a few minutes. Has anyone else got any further questions? Again, I do feel like I've rambled on so much. So pre-wedding shoot. So yeah, I do engagement shoots or pre-wedding shoots. I don't do it for it's not as a standard. It is an add-on, because some people, it's like Marmite. Some people love it, some people hate it. I would say if you're feeling a little bit nervous in front of the camera, it's a nice icebreaker. And also, I mean, I say it all the time, because we had an engagement shoot, and really, like, professional photographs, you don't really get many other than maybe on your wedding day, and it's nice to have some nice photos of you where you're not in your wedding gear, if that makes sense. So they are quite a nice little add-on, really. You love my Lego men? Sorry, I'm just looking at Alana's message. Is that a question for me? Do I have a Lego man? I'm sorry, I'm confused by that, but then. I don't know if I'm not sure what that means. I'm sorry. Oh, I just completely forgotten I've done something. Okay. Okay, so, well, if anyone has anything else they would like to ask, honestly, please do get in touch. As I say, follow me on Steph White Photography, and have a look at my website and everything like that. And yeah, I'm here to talk about your. Oh, one thing I should probably mention. I normally do pre-COVID. I used to have, and I still do, facilities here to have all like pre-wedding meetings, but now I offer them on Zoom, or the phone if you prefer. I know not everyone's as natural in front of the camera as I am. So yeah, I do have a booking system, and you can book a meeting with me, like no obligation meeting. We can have a little chat over Zoom, and yeah. So again, on my website there, on the contact me page, there's opportunity to book a meeting with myself, and we can ask me anything you've got, any questions you have, and obviously if you would like to go ahead and book, you would make my day, really. So that's all very good. In terms of booking, I take a deposit to secure your date, and there's obviously contracts and bits like that to fill in. But once your contracts are signed and your deposit's paid, you're set and all good for your wedding day. I know that dates are changing and moving. I do say that anyone who does book but needs to change their date within 12 months of their original date, I will honour any prices and packages and things. So yeah, and then your final balance is due sort of 1 month before your wedding, and it's fairly easy as that. It's all done electronically as well now. I've kicked and screamed myself into the 21st century, so everything can be done online, and it's all nice and easy. And oh, Alana's confused. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what the Lego meant, but I did a random photo shoot last summer with the carrots, the Aldi carrots. Basically, we totally lost it under lockdown, and my son wanted to do a wedding, so we got all his teddies out on the lawn, and we married the carrots. But it turned out they were brother and sister. So yeah, that's on the blog. So if you're bored, you can have a look at our incestuous Aldi carrot wedding. So yeah, that's all good. Thank you. Well, thank you very much for letting me chew your ear off and probably boring you to tears. And but yeah, I'd absolutely love to hear from you. So give me a shout, and yeah, happy wedding planning, and enjoy the rest of the wedding fair, the online wedding fair.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Sally Ann here from Everafter Bridalwear in Batley. I've had the shop here now for just over 8.5 years, and the shop has been here for over 20 years in Batley, so it's a well-established, well-known business. We're just by the post office, and there's lots of free parking here in Backley, so no worries about how long you're going to be here for. Obviously at the moment we aren't taking physical appointments, but you can get in touch with me via Facebook, Instagram, and we can organise a video call if you wanted to have a look at certain things in the shop. Also, I'm organising, or I have organised, a priority waiting list for girls who are wanting appointments as soon as we hear that we can reopen. I'm thinking this is probably going to be around the end of March, which is good news, once the schools have reopened and things are getting back to some kind of normality. So at the moment I've got a list of girls waiting for an appointment, and I will be contacting those ladies on my list as soon as I hear that I can reopen. If you want to be added to the list, then just let me know and I will add you on my list. All I need is your name, your telephone number and the date of your wedding. So we're here today to show you a little bit about our lovely little boutique and tell you a little bit about us. I hope you've been enjoying the virtual show so far with all the lovely suppliers that have been on before us. Just a little bit about what we do. Obviously we do wedding dresses, bridesmaid dresses, mother of the bride and groom, and we do prom dresses. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that proms will be on again this year. Oh, Lindsay. Hello, Lindsay. Lindsay's asked how she can be added to our waiting list. Lindsay, if you drop me a message on my Facebook page, I can add you to my list that way. So that's no problem at all. So, yes, we do bridal, bridesmaids, mother of the bride and prom wear. A lot of questions we get asked is our price point. So I'm just going to go through that with you now so that you know where we're at. Bridesmaids, adult bridesmaids, start from about £145 and go up to £200, £220 depending on the designer. We stock 4 different designers. So we have Emma Bridals, Richard Designs, Lindsay J and Desi. Morning, Sharon. Oh, sorry, afternoon, isn't it? It's after 12 o'clock now. So that's our adult bridesmaids. And then juniors, we do from £99 up to £145. And then flower girls, they start at £55 for a simple ivory gown, up to £145. Morning, John. Sorry, afternoon, John. And Lana's apparently eating Cadbury's cream eggs. Oh no, mini eggs. I wish I had some mini eggs. Right, so then our bridal gowns, they range from, to order, £495 up to £1,700. And we have designers like Ronald Joyce, Pure Bridal by Romantica, Hilary Morgan, and we have Ciao Bellissima for our curvier ladies. And our Mother of the Bride range, which I'll show you a little bit later, the ensembles are all under £375, some are £199. It just depends on what design you choose. So that's a little bit about what we do and what we have in store, and I'm now going to do you a little walk around to show you the inside of our boutique. We only ever take one bridal appointment at a time, so that's no different. Before COVID, it's what we do. We can concentrate on you and you can concentrate on what you're doing. So our changing room that we have in the back here is very large, and it will be exclusively for your use. So I'm just going to turn our camera around now. There's Nigel in the background there, my lovely husband. I'll turn this round and I'm going to take you through into the back here, which is where our changing room is. So we've got a nice mirror here. The dresses that are hung up here are ones that have just been delivered, and they were delivered a few days ago, so I've got them hanging ready for steaming, so I can get them ready for our lovely ladies who can book in for their fitting as soon as we reopen. So as you can see, the whole of this area here is for your use. So a great big changing room. If you wanted your mum to sit up here instead of down in the shop, that's absolutely fine. We keep the door locked so nobody can come in during your appointment anyway, so it keeps it nice and private. So then we walk back down this way and take you back down into the shop, where you can see that we have a little waiting area here for your guests who you decide to bring with you. We will put on our Facebook page and on our Instagram how many guests you're allowed to bring in once restrictions are lifted. We're thinking that 2021 is going to be very busy once the restrictions are lifted, because all our 2022 brides will be clamouring for their appointments, hence why I've got a nice big waiting list already. So there's a selection of our wedding dresses on the rail on the right hand side of the boutique, and standing looking in the window, sorry, the mirror, is one of our short tea-length dresses. And this is by one of our designers, Hilary Morgan. Has a lace top with cap sleeves and a beautiful satin skirt. And that is sort of ankle length. They class it as tea length, so if you had a 1950s themed wedding, this would be perfect for you. If you wanted a little bit of sleeve coverage, this one has little lace cap sleeves as well. And I'll just tell you the price of this one to give you an idea. This one is £600 to order. Little buttons at the front of the dress, has a V neckline with a bit of a sweetheart underneath, and then little tiny buttons at the front, as you can see. I do love buttons. And the skirt also has pockets. Who doesn't love a dress with pockets? Right, so moving around the other side of the shop, which is where we keep all our bridesmaids, prom and mother of the brides wear. This time we have, because I loved her so much, I've put Carmel back on this mannequin. This is our floral wedding dress. You don't have to have an ivory gown. You can go very different and go printed or coloured. And this is one of the gowns that we have that's slightly different. So this one has a floral print underneath, covered with an ivory tulle to soften the colours. This is by our designer Bellissima. She has a sweetheart neckline and a corset back. So another thing I wanted to mention was that one of our things that we like to do, or that I like to do, is to offer a Dress the Bride service. You'll notice on the back of this gown, it's a corseted back. Often people are put off by doing that themselves. The bridesmaids are all fingers and thumbs. It's a bit nerve-wracking on the morning. We're well used to doing this kind of thing. So if your venue is fairly local to the boutique, you can book us for a small fee to come out and dress you on your day. We'll keep you nice and calm and get you looking picture perfect for your day. Lindsay is asking for a link to our page. My hands are full at the minute, Lindsay, but what I'll do is I'll reply to your message when I get home, and I'll type in the link to our Facebook page for you. We are Everafter Batley if you want to look for us, and our logo is blue dress, 3 blue dresses sort of linked together. So if you can't find us via that, Lindsay, then I'll send you a link when I get home. Right, so I'm going to just come round this side now. Now then, who says that bridesmaids have to wear a dress? We absolutely love these jumpsuits by Desi. You can mix and match the colours so that you might have one bridesmaid that doesn't want to wear a dress, but she can have a jumpsuit in exactly the same colour as the rest of the wedding party. I'm just going to ask Nigel to hold this now so that I can show you. It's a wide leg trouser suit in a beautiful heavy crepe material, which is also lined in the same way as the bridesmaid dresses are lined. This one's got a lovely belt to do up, straps here so it stays up nicely, and a nice simple, oops, lost her head, zip up back, so easy to wear. I've also thought that some mothers of the brides might not want to wear a dress. This would be perfect. Team it up with a fur coat in the winter or with a jacket. And I've pinched this jacket off one of my other Mother of the Bride dresses, and I thought if you pop that on with a hat, you've got a trendy Mother of the Bride outfit for those ladies that don't want to wear dresses want to keep the legs covered. I've got one lady who has to wear specific shoes on her feet and doesn't like them wearing dresses because she feels the shoes are a little bit clumpy, for want of another word. So a jumpsuit is perfect for her because it covers up her shoes. So I'll put my hat back on this one now. So that one can be used for bridesmaids, or it can be worn as a mother of the bride outfit for those alternative mums. So then I'm going to move across to, just pick my head up, move across to this dress. Oh, we've lost it. This is one of our mother of the bride dresses in a lovely blue print fabric. It's very light, very floaty. When we can get back to weddings abroad, I think this would be perfect for a wedding abroad. Nice sparkly waistband. Can match it up with a hat or a fascinator. The print is gorgeous, but it can also be made in all the 60 different bridesmaid colours. So you can have it in a plain colour as well. Particularly like the back of this dress. It has a lovely cowl back just to add a bit of detail onto the back there. Turn it round the right way. There you go. So a low V back and a cowl, adding a touch of elegance to that dress. Turn this lady back round. Pop her hat back on. And then we're going to go to the little flower girls. If I didn't put my finger over the camera. So this is one of our Emma Bridal flower girl dresses. I've got this one all in ivory, but it can come in lots of different colours. You can change the colour of the skirt and the colour underneath the bodice, similar to one that Nigel's going to find for me now. The green one over there is the same dress. You can either just have it all ivory and just change the colour of the band, or you can choose to have it with an ivory overlay and a different colour underneath. So this is our sea green underneath. Just gives you an idea of what you can do with your different colours and what have you. And this one has little green buttons to match the colour of the dress down the back, as the all in ivory one has ivory buttons down the back. So these start at age 2. They do a toddler size and they go up to about age 11, 12. And then, which I think is the cut-off point for flower girls. It's difficult to persuade an older girl to wear a flower girl dress when we have the facility to give them junior bridesmaid dresses, which are junior versions of the adult style dresses. And then of course we cater for the teeny weeny ones in your bridal party. This is an age 12 to 18 months, I think, this one. So these start at 6 months and go up to age 3. And that's a broderie anglais finish on that one. And I think they're about £70, so they won't break the bank. And then turning round to our dressing room here, I'm showcasing a beautiful dress by Ronald Joyce today. It's got a lovely V back with a bit of a double opening, and the train is just simply gorgeous. I love a nice train. My sample is in nude with an ivory overlay, but it can come in ivory. I think sometimes with the nude you do get to see the detail on the lace a little bit more. So I'll show you that sort of double back detail there. We've got a little bit of a sort of a hole in the back. And then it's got a zip up back, so nice and easy to do. And then all the way down the back you've got all the lace appliques, and you've got like a double train with this one, because you've got a scalloped edge inside, I'll show you that one, underneath the lace overlay that goes over the top. So you've got a scalloped lace finish on the outside as well, which just adds to the detail. Now then, I don't know if you can see the front, if I come around this way. There you go. It's a sweetheart neckline, but it's got lace straps as well, so you don't have to worry about hitching it up. So this is one of our Ronald Joyce dresses, and she's currently £1,200 to order. Just gives you an idea of the sort of prices and detail of dresses that we can offer you. I'm just going to turn round here, and this is our Mother of the Bride range here. So there's quite a lot there for you to choose from. Dresses on their own, dresses with jackets. The Richard Designs models can mix and match jackets. You don't have to have the same jacket, that I've chosen. and the colours are all in here. So you've got loads of different colours to choose from on that side and loads on that side. So there should be a colour there that you will find that will coordinate with the bridesmaid dresses and the overall look of the bridal party. Flower girl dresses, Natalie, they start at £55 and they go up to about £150. So it depends on the style that you choose. We have the plain ivory style with like a satin sash and a little bow at the back with not too full a skirt, and that's £55, but they only come in ivory. And then depending on what you're looking for, if you're wanting something with a bit more detail, we've got an ivory one with lace on the bodice, which is £85, and then upwards to sort of 125, 150, depending on what you're looking for. If you're interested in particular styles, if you have a look on our website, it tells you the designers that we stock, which are Emma Bridals and Hilary Morgan, and you can have a look on their websites at their designs that they have that we stock. I haven't photographed all my flower girl dresses. I've got about 40 different styles in store, but if there is something particular that you're looking for, I can take photographs on mannequins. I'm in the shop on Tuesday. I can always do a face call with you or a video call with you so that you can see the different styles if there is something specific that you're looking for, to give you an idea. And if your wedding's far off, we can always organise for you to come into the shop to see the dresses in person nearer to the time. There will still be an ordering time that we have to abide by, because the designers do require notice, because all the dresses are made to order. So you know, we can sort something out for you if you're desperate to see some. At the moment, we can offer you that facility. So I think that's it from me for today. We've done a whistle-stop tour of the shop. I've told you about our price points. You know that we're in Batley. You know that I'm Sally Ann, and hopefully we shall be able to see you soon. I know we're doing another virtual show on Valentine's Day, so we look forward to seeing you all then. And as I say, any questions, pop them in the comments box and I will answer them as soon as I can. Enjoy the rest of the show and take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you've had a fantastic day. We've got some fantastic suppliers around this area, haven't we? Hopefully you'll think that we're one of them. My name's Julie, and together with my husband, we are Partycakes. We're actually based in Ossett, which is, if for those of you who don't know where it is, it's just off the M1 between Leeds and Barnsley, so not too far. When we supply wedding cakes, we generally mainly around the West Yorkshire, Yorkshire area. However, we have travelled as far as Wales with cakes previously. So you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and on our website, which is showing on your screen now, which is www.partycakes.org.uk. If you actually go to the website, you'll find links to our Instagram and Facebook sites there, just on the front page down at the bottom. So it's an easy way to find us. On the website, you'll find lots and lots of information. We've got a very handy sizing guide. We've got a cake menu, which tells you all about our yummy cakes that we make. If you don't see the flavour that you like on there, please get in touch, because we do bake all our cakes ourselves, so we can make or design flavours if you wish us to do so. Every year we actually try to develop a new flavour, which we take out to the wedding fairs so that people can try them and we can get some feedback. But obviously this year we've not been able to do that. But we've got the next best thing. We can actually send you samples out, and hopefully when we can get back to live meetings, you can pick up cupcakes from us so you can try the flavours. So people ask me quite often why I started making cakes. Basically, I've always had a love for art and design. That's what I did at college and really enjoyed it. But my grandmother and my mum were great bakers, and they instilled a passion in me for baking and cooking and everything else. My husband's also a fantastic baker, and he does most of the backroom stuff now. He likes to think he's the cake boss, and we sort of try and let him think that sometimes, just so he gets a little bit of the power, because we get all the glory when people come to see the cakes. So my two daughters also have been involved in the cake business as well. They're great modelers. I don't know if you can see behind me, we've got a lovely bride and groom that Amber, my daughter, made on top of the superhero cake. I think if I move to that side, there's another little couple there. Look, can you see them? There we go. So a lot of the recipes that we use have been brought, we use my grandma's and my mum's recipes that we've tweaked for modern day. Our fruit cake is gorgeous and moist, and that comes from boiling the fruit before we actually put it in the cake. Lots of little things that my mum and grandma used to do that we've actually sort of carried on that tradition, which is lovely. So we've got 20 years of experience, or plus 20 years of experience. So we're always happy to help you with any questions or any inspiration that you might need. I'll come on to that when we talk about the sort of finalising the detail and arranging appointments towards the ends of the presentation. With the help of my trusty assistant in the background, Gavin, we've been working very hard today to pull together a presentation on some slides, which hopefully you'll be able to see very shortly. I'm going to tell you first about Cake International, and there we go. There's some of our awards that we've actually won over the years. We go down to the NEC in Birmingham once a year and enter competitions for cake making, which we absolutely love. For me, it's great because I can, put all my experience and artistic skills together and make some amazing cakes. So we've done really well with that. And as you can see, there's 3 gold awards there. We've got many, many more bronzes and silvers as well. We were also IDO finalists in the Wedding Awards last year as well, which was wonderful for the first time. So yeah, we just enjoy just the competition side as well as making cakes for our lovely customers. I don't know whether you can see the cake over my shoulder, the one with all Alice in Wonderland details on it. That one is sort of a copy of one that I did for the show last year. And you can, sorry, not last year, the year before, we weren't allowed to go last year. And you can see the actual finished product on our website if you want to have a look at that. A beautiful Alice in Wonderland cake with all sorts of detailing like edible cards, Mad Hatter's hat, the teacup, Alice falling through the ground, it's here on the bottom, the little legs akimbo. Just love all those sort of things. We like to do quirky designs and just really enjoy making cakes. So we're going to go on now to a short presentation of some of our lovely cakes, and we're going to showcase some of the most popular ones for you today, starting with our sparkly white cake, which hopefully Grant's going to bring up some pictures. There we go. Beautiful. Thanks, Grant. This is working fantastic. So our sparkly white is our signature cake. And as you can see, one of the tiers on all of them has a quilted effect. That's very popular, and that we tend to do that on all of them. But as you can see, we do tweak the design as well. We've been doing this design right from the beginning, and actually our logo actually has a drawn copy of this cake that we did originally. We put lots and lots of sparkle on. You can't really see it on the pictures, but we do put edible glittery sparkle on it as well. The one with the little rose gold butterflies on, that one was done for a lovely wedding in Leeds, and we can add other colours as well to just accent the colours of your wedding. So I've got actually something to show you here. I don't know if you can see this one. This was actually one of the original designs. I've dug out one of my old books so that you can see how sparkly and ornate that one was. So yeah, just how it's developed now to something a little bit more simplistic and more modern. We actually call this one our wedding cake. That is, it's got a modern feel, but it's got a quirky design as well. So that one, as I said, you can have it in any number of tiers. We do it in 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you like. So, and you can choose a different flavour for each tier as well if you want to do so. So we'll move on to our colourful floral cakes next. We've actually got a couple here just for you to see. You can see the colours within these are very vibrant. We actually mix all of our colours for our cakes ourselves so that we can get and colour match your wedding theme. So we can we mix the icing with edible colours so that we can get a good match. The one on the green one, I don't know if it's on your left or right, but the green one is actually called pistachio. I think it's a gorgeous colour, very lovely for a summer wedding. And we've done like a frilled effect of icing on the bottom, which is really lovely. And the other one on the opposite side is the one with the burgundy colours in it. I think you can just see from the picture now that the bottom tier is actually marbled. So we've marbled the burgundy and some pinks through the bottom tier to blend with the rest of the design of the cake. The tier above that is gold, edible gold. So we've sprayed that with an edible gold colouring. And then all the flowers are handmade. We make all our flowers ourselves. And again, we colour all the flowers so that we can match it with your theme or your bouquets, and just give you a lovely finish and a lovely showpiece for your wedding. So moving on to textured cakes. Can't my teeth in today. Textured cakes have been very popular over the last few years. So I've just picked out a couple here, just of the popular ones that we've done recently. So the one, the white one with the gold, that one has a ruffled tier at the bottom. My husband calls it frilly knickers because it reminds him of the little frilly knickers that little children wear. And then we've got edible gold leaf on either side of that one. We can also use silver leaf. We can use paints. We can hand paint onto your cake as well. And, you know, sort of embellish the cake in sort of a unique way so that it makes it very unique for you. The ivory cake with the ribbon and the brooch, that one has edible lace on there. We can do edible lace, which will match in with your bridal gown, which is what this one was. The bridal gown in question was very ornate at the top with lots of detailing, and as it went down the dress, the lace became less and less, and we replicated that in the wedding cake. But we can also hand paint, as I said before, and we can also do stenciling as well, which looks very nice. So, you know, lots of different options there. And again, any of these cakes could be done in colours, or the ribbons could be changed to tie in with your bridal, so your bridesmaid dresses. If you were having coloured bridesmaid dresses, we could perhaps change the ribbon on the one with the brooch to match. So we'll move on to rustic cakes. Again, very, very popular this year. You've probably heard the phrase naked cakes, which is the one with the fresh flowers and the berries on with the bunting. This one has been absolutely very, very popular. That one's got a very rustic finish with the buttercream and the jam seeping out of the side of the cake. But we also do a smooth version as well, where we smooth the icing so it looks neater. These are lovely for a barn wedding or something that's a little bit less informal. and just lovely. The fresh flowers on there give it a lovely finish, and we can work with your florists as well, so that we can get, you know, sort of use them, match the same flowers that you're having throughout the wedding. The one with the green on is stenciled. I mentioned that earlier before. That was a lovely venue in Huddersfield, and that has got stenciling on the 2 green tiers. Again, with sort of woodland flowers, all handmade and presented on a lovely log, just to make it look more rusty. And then the other 2 are buttercream cakes, buttercream finish for those people who don't like icing. We also offer buttercream or a chocolate ganache finish. These 2 again have got fresh flowers on, and we work with the bride's florists, and you know, we sort of took all the stress away, and we went to the florist, picked up the flowers and arranged them in special containers within the cake, so that it keeps them nice and fresh. Again, a lovely idea for a less formal wedding, or indeed, you know, a formal wedding. They look very nice because they match all the details of your wedding. So the next section is reveal wedding cakes. Now I think these are more popular with the gentlemen or the grooms, really, because they seem to like superheroes or Marvel or things like that on the back. So we can do these with anything from Harry Potter, Star Wars, the bridal party, which we've done before. So we've put all the bridal party on the back of the cakes, superheroes, anything you can think of we could put on the back of the cakes. This one had the ladies' love of giraffes. I don't know if you can see it for our logo. I don't know if Grant can take that off. At the bottom of the cake, Grant, there's the 2 little giraffes. There we go. So you can just make those out. So we modelled 2 little giraffes out of chocolate modelling paste. Then we had the superhero for the token for the groom, and then we've got very at the top we've got Tinkerbell, because apparently I think that was the bride's nickname, and a model of the bride and groom on the top. And at the front, obviously, as you can see, it's just a lovely floral cascade of flowers, all handmade. This one was displayed on a stand, but we can actually hire out. We have a rotating stand, which we hire out for £50 deposit plus £20 for hiring, which will actually rotate the cake around for you. That's if you want to do that. That's something that we can do for you. So that's the lovely reveal cakes. I think the one that you can see behind me with the superhero characters on the top, that's a reveal cake, and I'll just get up and turn it around. I hope you can probably see that one. There we go. So we can just about see there that we've got the superheroes on there. We've got Marvel characters and things on the back of that one. So yeah, again, anything that you like, we can put on there. So the last of the showcase today is our cupcake towers. These are normally made with a top tier as a cutting cake, so that you can the happy couple can then put the knife in and you know, for the photograph for the cutting of the cake. So you can have however many tiers that you want on the top. I've picked out 2 of the ones that have been the most popular, just to give you an idea of what we can do. These are great for you to be able to give your guests an individual cupcake each, so that they can take them away, or even just to eat as dessert later on in the evening if you're having a barbecue party or something in the evening. It'd be great for that as well. So the one with the ribbons on and the brooch on the top, that one we actually made the stand for that using cake boards, so that it because it had quite a lot of cupcakes on there. I think there were 100 and something cupcakes on, so that it made it look very special for the day. So we can actually do that sort of thing. Or the one with the cup with the tumbling flowers, that's on one of our acrylic stands, which again you can hire for the day. That one again, you pay a £50 deposit, which is returned to you once the stand is returned to us, and just £20 to hire. That's acrylic, but it does look very much like a glass stand, and it's very nice to display the cupcakes on. That holds about 60 cupcakes, I believe. So that's our lovely sort of presentation for the cakes for today. Excuse me. So I'll go on and tell you a little bit about our ordering process. Sorry, talking too much. It's not COVID, I promise. So basically, people ask what our time scale is for how long you should order for in advance. Ideally, probably, I think you would probably say 6 months in normal circumstances, but we could actually make a cake within a few weeks if necessary. So I think the key is, as the boys were saying earlier, because we've had such a disastrous year last year, and all the weddings have actually been moved forward, we are expecting, and we already are, very busy towards the end of this year and next year. So ideally, is just whoever you choose to make your cake for you, just get booked in with them. That's the key. That's the best tip I can give anybody, is just get booked in, because slots are really filling up very quickly now. So what we normally would do, we normally arrange a consultation meeting, which we can do via Zoom, or hopefully once we can get back to it, we'll do face-to-face. At that meeting, we actually go through all the details. As I said to you before, we have a fantastic portion guide. I'll show you, I've got a copy, I don't know if you can see it. That's on our website as well, so it gives you all the number of portions that you get out of one of the round or square cakes from us. So it gives you a good idea about what size cake you need. We could also go through the design, which is the most important thing. Quite often, couples are not really sure what they want their cake to look like. Sometimes they're absolutely sure and know exactly what they want. But it's really nice to sit down and go through all the design ideas, go through the colour theme, and just sort of build something, a really nice cake that is unique for you. Once we've done all that, obviously, oh, sorry, I forgot to mention, during the consultation meeting, we actually make you, just done a couple today so I can show you. We'd normally give you a lovely box of samples, which you can choose up to 4 free. If you want additional ones, we're quite happy to do additional ones as well. They're just a cost of £1.50 each for extra ones, but normally 4's quite a lot. And the cupcakes are of your choice. You can choose any of the flavours from our cake menu, which is on our website. If we're actually doing everything online, we can post out, we've got a lovely little postal box as well, where we can post slices of cake for you, so they'll go through your letterbox. They're quite a nice little thin box as well, so we can still send you some flavours out if we're still doing things online and on Zoom. So once you've tried the flavours, obviously you can then, if you needed to, if there was something that you weren't very keen on and you wanted to try an alternative one, we could sort that as well, not a problem at all. So once you've decided to actually book with us, we just ask for a £30 deposit to save the date in our diary. Obviously at the moment that's transferable or refundable due to COVID if anything has to change due to COVID. The balance then is due up to any time up to 1 week before your wedding date. We do have a system in place where you can actually pay on instalments if you wish to do so as well, so that makes it nice and easy for you. So thanks, Elena. Yeah, we'll send you a cake box out to celebrate February. Lovely. Right, so she's just thrown me off now. I was talking about. So once your cake is finished, we usually invite you back to have a look at it if you wish to do so. Most couples now are actually opting not to see the cake until actually the wedding day, which is fine by us as well. Or we can send a photograph if the couple are too busy to come down and have a look at it. Delivery and set up on the day to your venue is usually done by us, unless obviously you want to collect it and take it with you. That's absolutely fine as well. But nearly always we deliver and set up on the day to your venue. We liaise with the venue so that we can take all the stress away from you, and then at the end of that, once we've got the cake to the venue for you and got it all set up, we text the happy couple to let you know it's delivered safely. So again, taking away the stresses and strains of the day for you as much as we can. So I think I've concluded anything. I don't know whether I've been trying to watch for questions, but it's just been about people wanting cakes, I think. But if anybody's got any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. The website again is www.partycakes.org.uk, where you'll find links to our Facebook and Instagram pages. Instagram's Partycakes Yorkshire, Facebook's Partycakes Bespoke Wedding Cakes. So if you just have a search for us and follow us on there, you'll see all the new designs that we put on. Every new cake that we do, we put on there, and any new things that are going on with Partycakes, we let you know on those pages. So that just leaves me to say thank you very much to everybody. Thank you to Wedding Fayres Yorkshire for setting up this fantastic wedding show today. And take care, everybody. Keep safe and well. And we'll see you next week for the next one. Thank you. Bye. greeted everybody.
I, Erica J. Slater,
And I, Erica J. Slater,
take you, Mark Frank Mark,
take you, Mark Frank Mark,
to be my wedding husband.
to be my wedding husband.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I might
It's my pleasure and privilege to declare that we are together as husband and wife. Congratulations to both of you. You made it the right.
Hello, I'm Lloyd from Gemini Photography. Just a few bullet pointers before we go on to what I'm going to speak about today. 2 photographers come as standard with our packages. We find this as essential. It's a massive plan B on the day, and also you get the benefit of 2 angles during the day. Also, I'm working with Tom Walters now, who has brought a video aspect into our packages, which is a huge advantage because it's so important to capture your day in stills and in video. And these come in at a very, very affordable price. We do a 3-point video, which basically covers ceremony, speeches, and your first dance. This is our full-time employment. This is what we do. We've got a massive passion for weddings. Every wedding, what we do is the most important day of the year. But what I'm going to speak about today is a part of your day that not a lot of us photographers talk about, and that is your evening. Normally on an evening, it's basically first dance, cake cut, thank you very much, and gone. What we want to bring to the party, and what we've been doing over numerous years, is turning your evening into an event. So during the day and the evening, we'll photograph your guests in couples or in groups, whichever they prefer. And then we're working while you're sat eating your breakfast, your wedding breakfast. When your evening starts, your guests, when they enter your evening room, are presented with this, which we print out 100 plus 64 images and put them in a nice mount of the guests in couples, candid pictures of your guests, of your bridal party. And once everybody's viewed these images, your guests are then welcome to take these as a gift from yourselves. It's a little bit different. It can be used as a favour. It's become really popular. It's a massive plus point for what we do. Also, during the evening, depending on your taste, we can introduce games. So just before your first dance, look, there's Alan skiving behind his DJ booth. With Alan's help, he supplies the music for us, and we have some space opera relay races with your bridal party. We also have a boys versus girls tug of war to Queen and the Pressure music. Space opera relay races again. George were in his 70s and well up for this. And then after we've done them 2 games, we'll have a bit of a punch up to Rocky match. And unfortunately, George came out second best. It absolutely makes your evening bounce. It kicks it off to a massive start. It puts everybody in a wonderful mood, and it makes your evening rock. It's not compulsory. We've also done the balloon games as well. It's not compulsory. It's just a bit of fun. It's not to everybody's taste, but we believe in it's the most important day of your lives, the happiest day of your life, and we want to put a bit of fun into it. And it's amazing how many times we've been spoken to after weddings, and sometimes numerous years after weddings, where guests have come to book us for weddings because we've done a friend's wedding, and it's basically because of what we've done in the evening. We do everything in the daytime like you would normally expect. Us in your venue will help run your day, so you and your bridal party don't have to be concerned about groups, timings, anything like that. We sort all that out. And of course, one of the most important aspects for myself being two photographers is one goes to each party. So I'll normally go to the bride, Tom will go to the groom or the other bride or the other groom, etc. So you're basically going to get to see each other get ready. This also cuts out the rush time if there's a single photographer, of one photographer having to leave the bride at a certain time to get to the other party, which basically puts the bride under pressure to get in her dress. Doing it our way, simple, dead easy. Also on the day we do a surprise for parents, grandparents as well, is we do frame photographs. So I'll always try and get these out before the end of the main course. So we'll come in between courses, not interrupting your breakfast meal, and we'll obviously photograph you, the couple with parents, grandparents, etc., separately and together. From that, we then print out the 6x4, put it in a nice frame, and we present it to selected guests as a gift. Especially our older generation, the grandparents, are absolutely blown away with this. They just don't know how it's been able to be done. So it's quite simple. Obviously, we're there for first dance, but then also, when your evening guests do walk in, we've got, as you can see on this one, a big screen slideshow working of all your wedding day pictures, pre-wedding shoot pictures. We offer a pre-wedding shoot as standard in our package. It's not to sell you anything. It's basically for our benefit, because it teaches me how you want to be photographed. So if halfway through your pre-wedding shoot you're not 100% comfortable, we can change tactics. It also gives you a rough rundown of what's going to happen on your day, because 9 out of 10 times we will do your pre-wedding shoot at your venue, because then we can do a circuit of your grounds. You'll feel comfortable on your day. We can step back, not have to be too directional, and keep in the background. Also, again, first dance, if a band's present, all the details of the band is done. Exploding balloons, etc. Again, from 2 angles. It just finishes your day off. But then also, just quickly whipping through these, once your buffet opens or it's gone dark, so it doesn't matter what time of year you're going to be getting married, we're going to be with you until it's gone dark. Because once that's happened, we'll then nip you outside for 10 minutes to do our evening shots, which basically consists of making a love art out of sparklers. We also get bridesmaids and ushers involved. We're obviously there for after party pictures as well. So after your first dance, we'll hang around and get the celebrations. And then we nip outside when the buffet opens, because your guests aren't going to miss you for 10 minutes. And we do our trolley shots, and that will real rain. So if it's raining, that's a bonus to get a wonderful effect. Then we get your ushers and bridesmaids involved, making double love arts, or then we get them spelling the word love when we get to that. Or just nipping back to that one, from your pre-wedding shoot, we do a big signature mount, which has got 4 images in this mount, framed on the day. The 2 pictures from your pre-wedding shoot and 2 from your wedding day. You guess them, we take it around your guests, you all then sign it and put a message on it for you. So it's like a posh guest book, but I would get a guest book as well. Again, any special things you book for your wedding, they'll be covered as well. This guy had a DeLorean. And then again, sparkler shots, which are real, they're not photoshopped. And then getting your bridal party spelling the words love. On average, on a wedding day, we'll take between 1,500 and 6,000 images. You get every image that we're taking, high resolution on an Icebox USB, and you've got full permission to print. We'll supply, if you wish, every image in black and white, and also we convert all your images into a social media file. So if you want to put any onto social media, they'll be protected, so nobody can basically copy them. All your details of your evenings done before you enter the room. So if the room's photographed empty with all your table decorations and buffet, etc. That's a near completed signature mount, which has got plenty of signatures on there, which is going to live on your wall for the rest of your life. Albums are an option. I'm not going to go into fine detail on albums. Basically, you'll pick a select your images from your pictures from your day. They're fully edited up individually. I design the books. They go off to Europe to be printed and bound. We use Graphic Studio in Italy and N-Photo in Poland. The Graphic Studio books are the best basically you can get. All laminated. They're using HD printing technology as well. Beautiful albums, different sizes. There's thousands of different combinations of covers, backs, spines, leathers. But that can come at a later date whenever you wish. One can be incorporated into your package with a lot of our packages including a starter album, what I call it, which is basically it's a 20-page padded album, storybook style. So it's like a coffee table book, and personally I would use this for probably up to 40 of your favourite personal pictures from your day. If you're going to go out and cram it full of family groups and such like that, I'd wait till you get a different album at a later date. I would use this as a personal picture for you two to keep. In future, it's going to be passed down to kids, grandkids, and so on. But these are options. The most important thing to us is getting your day right, and it's been a big addition to us having Tom on board. Excellent photographer, top class videographer. The video is filmed in 4K. It's done from 3 cameras from 3 different angles. Also, your turnaround of your pictures, which is always asked for. We aim to get your images to you within a week. So all your images will be downloaded on the actual day, transferred onto USB. The social media file can be emailed to you basically the same day or the following day, and then a USB will be ready to be picked up within a week. Videos a little bit longer depending on time of year and how busy Tom is, because there's a lot more work involved with the editing. But we'd aim to get that back to you within a month. But that is really on the outside. I'd like to thank Alan, Grant and Lana and all the people at Wedding Fayres Yorkshire for this opportunity. Any questions and queries, you're more than welcome to give us a buzz, email us. We do Zoom calls as well. If you require, that's just a little bit of interaction from my little friends. If you require any advice, information, I've been doing this well over 30 years, not that lucky. And I'd like to thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of the day. Everybody keep safe. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name's Lucy Taylor, and I am celebrant number 1. First of all, thank you everyone for coming and joining us today. And I'm sure you've heard some wonderful presentations and that you're absolutely buzzing with some excitement and some great ideas for a fantastic wedding. Let's face it, we've all had a pretty crappy couple of months, or well, just over a year really, isn't it? And everyone's wedding plans have just been affected in such a terrible way. Now, I'd like to spend a little bit of time. Hi, Lana. Thanks for saying hi, Lucy. It's good to see everyone too. I just wanted to spend a little bit of time explaining to everybody what a celebrant does, in the hope that it gives you something else to think about and can bring a little bit of extra excitement and sparkle to your amazing day. Now, a lot of people will say to me, I have no idea what the celebrant is. Why would I need a celebrant on my wedding day? And the answer is really simple. So I'm going to ask you something now, and I want everyone just to take a moment of their time. And if you can write this in the chat, that'd be great. Okay, so here comes a question. I want you all to think about a wedding ceremony that you attended that was led by a registrar. It could have been in a beautiful venue, or it could have been in the town hall, or wherever the registrars are. Doesn't matter. But I want you to think about the ceremony itself. What was it about the ceremony that made it so very impactful and memorable and different from everyone else's? Can you think of anything? When I ask that question at fairs or when I'm with my couples, generally the response I get is they're always the same. And that's true, because when a registrar leads your ceremony, a registrar is committed to read the ceremony off a template. In fact, I have the template here. So that's why every ceremony is exactly the same. So the purpose of using a celebrant is that a celebrant will create for you a ceremony which is completely and utterly bespoke. It is completely your thing. It can reflect anything that you guys want to reflect in your special day, so that it becomes a lot more memorable than the standard template that is rolled out time after time after time. And that is why using a celebrant has gone so popular over the last so many years. I've been a celebrant now for, well, I can't even remember. It's well over a good 10 years or so. And all my couples will come to me and they'll say, Lucy, that was amazing, because I want it to be something really special, absolutely magical, and not the same as everyone else's. So I would ask you to consider some of the options that are now available to you by using a celebrant. So first off, if you were to use myself, let's say, as a celebrant, I would go absolutely anywhere. Don't feel restricted that it has to be in a specific licensed venue. In addition to that, don't feel restricted from a timing perspective. The registrars are really good at trying to knuckle you down to specific times that fit their diaries, rather than what may necessarily be better for you, actually. Myself, as a celebrant, I will only have one ceremony per day. Therefore, I'm completely yours, completely flexible, so that I can conduct your wedding ceremony at a time that suits you better than otherwise. The other reason for using a celebrant is in as much as it's just so lovely to make the day truly, truly yours, rather than feel that it has to reflect the same ceremony as that everyone else has heard before. So what I tend to say to all my couples is, of course, the most important parts of the ceremony, let's say the presentation of the bride and the giving away, the vows, and any promises that come on the back of that, and of course, the blessing of the rings. Those are just the magical, magical elements of any ceremony. But with a registrar-led ceremony, as I said, it's just basic standard template, over in 20 minutes, the whole thing. With a celebrant-led ceremony, they can be the areas where the magic really occurs. We don't have to have standardized vows, okay? We can create our own vows that are 100% bespoke and written especially for you. And that allows a realm of humor. It allows a realm of romance. Of course, if you want to do the more standard kind of thing, the honor and obey, respect in sickness and in health, those sorts of elements can of course be built in. But do you know what? Most brides say to me, that's not what I want. I want to be able to speak from my heart. And I want to tell my groom or my bride exactly how they and what they mean to me, because they are the most important person in my life. So let's reflect that in something as precious as the vows. In addition to that, one of the things that in the last couple of years in particular, I've really perfected the technique of is hand fasting over the vows. Now, some of you may say to me, Lou, I don't know what that is. Well, I'm going to tell you. Hand fasting dates back many, many millennia. And it's basically the process of when a couple are bound together, literally bound together. In the good old days, it used to be with hessian, but we're not going to go there. We'll use double-sided satin ribbons in this case. So the hands are put together. Don't know if you can see that. There you go. So your hands are bound together. And it's symbolic of the fact that the most important moment, that climaxical moment of the ceremony, when the couple are telling themselves in front of all their witnesses just how much they love each other, and when they vow their promises of love and commitment to each other in front of all their witnesses, at that moment in time, they are bound as one. So the symbolism there is phenomenal. It's a beautiful thing. And as Ilana's just put up on the screen, please go to my website or even go to my Facebook page, and you'll see so many photos of couples that have been hand fasted in their ceremonies. And it's just a lovely, lovely idea. And again, it adds to the personalization of the thing. Now, we've just had the pleasure of watching Lloyd, and we watched that lovely video that he showed us of a wedding that he's obviously photographed. One of the things I'm really keen on doing is working very closely with the photographers. It's important because those shots that are taken are unique, they're one-off, as is your ceremony when led by a celebrant. And because your ceremony will be so very different from anyone else's, it is absolutely critical, to say the very least, that the relationship between myself and the photographer is key, so that the photographer is well aware if we're going to be doing something different. So, for example, it might be that somewhere within the ceremony we decide to light some candles, perhaps in memory of those who have been taken early, that in all reality should be sat and watching with us right now. So it's really nice to bring the memory of those past into the ceremony as part of our thanks and acknowledgement of all the love that has surrounded the couple and has brought them here today. As I said before, we may be hand fasting. Registrars will not allow anything that has the slightest element of paganism or religion built into the ceremony. So hand fasting is an absolute no-no. So of course there wouldn't be a photographic moment or memento of that. When it comes to the blessing of the rings, well, there's a whole way that we can do this. There's many a Victorian tradition that I quite like to bring in. When I discuss the blessing of the rings section with my couples, there's a lovely thing called ring warming, where the rings are passed amongst all the guests, so that everyone has the opportunity to bless the rings before the rings are then passed on to the couple for blessing and then sharing. Again, there's many ways to do things differently in order to ensure that your ceremony is exactly how it should be, and that is your day, your way, not the day of the registrar or their way for that matter. Going back to some of the rules and regulations with the registrars are very keen to have the photographer positioned in a certain place and for the ceremony to last a certain amount of time. My ceremonies, depending on what you as a couple obviously feel is most suitable, can last anywhere between half an hour to an hour and a half. It makes no odds to me. What's important to me is to be able to produce something that is purely symbolic of the love that you have for each other in front of all these amazing witnesses that have come to watch your wonderful day. Now, fingers crossed that the regulations will lift so that we're not just restricted to a small number of witnesses. But even if we are, it doesn't matter, because we can still make it absolutely special for you both. Because ultimately, your love is what is the most important thing on that day for each other. And that's what is important for a celebrant to be able to portray in their body language, in the words that they're using, in their communication to all your friends and family. So step away from the registrar-led ceremony, step away from that template, and come and work with me, Lucy, as your celebrant number one. One final point I would also like to add is that for those who do go along to ceremonies, to wedding ceremonies, and they love to see the couple sign the register, remember that as a registrar-led ceremony, no photos are allowed to be taken. As the register is signed, the photographs come later when the couple are asked to do that fake pose, where they sign the register again, supposedly. So what I like to do at my ceremonies is I will ask my couple to sign a wedding certificate. I have one here. I don't know how clear you can see this, but I can certainly fetch one to show you next time we meet. And the whole point is that everyone can witness you signing the certificate, and we can invite all your friends and family up to sign it as well as witnesses if you so wish, or just have the traditional 2 witnesses. I've had instances actually where couples have said to me, oh, do you know what? We'd love our pets involved. We'd love the children involved. Absolutely, yes. There's always room for pets and children to be involved in a celebrant number one ceremony. And that is so important because they are an extension of your love. And you know what? If you want your pet to be a ring bearer, why not? There's no reason why we don't have your pet dog or cat even come along with the rings tied around their collar. That is so gorgeous. And again, having children involved, wonderful. There's been occasions actually where we've even built in vows to the children from the parents. Because let's face it, not only are the parents vowing their love to each other, but the children are an extension of that wonderful love that's been created between the parents who are now marrying. So why not extend it and make this a family affair? As I said, your wedding ceremony should be exactly the way you want it to be, not the way the registrar tells you it should be. You are perfectly in your right to have your ceremony led in your own unique, bespoke way. With regards to the legalities, I will talk you through all of that and I will hold your hand. So don't feel that you're left stranded. The lawful part of the ceremony is something that I will cover with you, but it has to be done with the registrar. And if you want me to be present when you're doing that with the registrar, that's absolutely fine. But that is a very quick and simple process. It takes 10 minutes. And all my couples will do the lawful bit if they want to have the ceremony registered as a legally binding marriage, perhaps a few days before, so that on that wonderful Saturday or Sunday, the whole day is theirs to have the most perfect ceremony. So I'd ask you, as I said again, think again. If you're wanting something bespoke and special, be it a wedding ceremony, a civil partnership, same-sex weddings, a blessing of some description, or perhaps even a renewal of vows. These are all the sorts of things that I would like to come along and help you by spreading some celebrant number one magic. My contact details, no doubt, will come up on the screen in a moment, but if you have a pen, I'll just read them out to you. If you want to give me a call, my telephone number is 07584 976 705. And thank you to Grant and Alan, whoever it was that just put the website up, but I'll give it you again. It's celebrantnumber1.co.uk. Thank you. Otherwise, if you want to Gmail me a message, celebrantnumber1@gmail.com. And as I touched upon earlier, please go to my Facebook page. You'll love it. I've got all the photos on there, all the comments of my last, gosh, I don't know how many last sets of weddings. And there's a really interesting Viking one on there too, if you want to see the photos. So anyway, celebrant number 1 as the Facebook page. So my love to you all. Congratulations again. And as I said, I know we've all gone through some really hard times recently, but please don't let it ruin the journey that you're about to embark upon with your partner. And let's make it really special. Thank you again for listening, and hopefully I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
There we go, guys. Thank you so much indeed to Lucy for that wonderful presentation.
Who has come online for the virtual wedding show today. Our apologies, we do seem to have run over a little bit of time, so thank you very much indeed for staying with us and watching the entire show. If you finish today's event and you are still hungry for knowledge, then please do head over to our YouTube channel. We've got over 200 videos on there, all of previous suppliers from previous virtual wedding shows, and a few top tips or wedding related videos as well. Don't forget to tune in next week from 12 o'clock on Sunday. We're doing the Yorkshire virtual wedding fair. We've got tons of suppliers lined up for you, and hopefully a venue or two as well. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to YouTube while you're there. Thank you so much indeed for watching today, and we'll see you next week.